So, first question is, do you have some sort of confirmation if your echo smells things, or does it feel things?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Do you know, Nelish?
That's a scary question, you mean?
It smells from the other plane.
I don't think... Okay, because at level 7, I can move my consciousness over to it.
Yeah, okay. So then
But that's
probably...
at level 7?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it smells at level 7. It doesn't really say.
Yeah, because what I was thinking is that it doesn't have like the emotions and senses. Like it has vision. That's sort of where it stops.
Do you sense if it touches you?
Well, it does occupy a space, and it is kind of a version of me from all the timelines, so I guess you could think it has smell in that regards, but...
Maybe it smells like inverted from you, so like, oh, this smells good, and then you go over there, oh my god, it smells horrifying!
I can see if there's any official things on this.
It also says that we can't interact with objects, so we can't open a door with echo.
What? I can't? Are you...
Yeah, it says it's not a creature, so it can't interact with
It's like spiritual weapon, basically.
Well, you're fucked then. You open the door instead. No. No. Yeah. Can the Echo Knight interact with objects? No, it says.
Then I apologize for that.
Well, if it's not a creature, it probably can't smell and see.
Yeah. So it doesn't have senses. It doesn't seem like it has the sense of seeing either. Then.
At level 7, he will get able to sense from it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay.
But I will still be unable to interact.
Yeah.
No.
You will still be unable to interact, right?
You'll have to swap position, so he's there in physical form if you want to open.
Yeah. Okay.
So we can't be lazy anymore.
I frontlined that whole fight, and you're still saying that? Oh my god, this
was not on purpose.
It was so manly.
I don't remember if I said it last session, but I want to swap weapon before we go in. So I have the halberd instead of the double-bladed scimitar.
Okay, yeah. That's something that wasn't specified, but that's okay, of course.
It takes such as action too.
Yeah. And that's an action that you have plenty of time to do.
Yay!
So that's no issue. But I guess you need to decide then if you want to be at the door opening it instead, or if you want the door to be closed.
Fuck, I said I did open the door, so I guess I will, let's see, I'll move the echo.
Instantly on the spot.
So, but I did say. But I will poke up the door with the length of my longsword. So I can stand a bit away.
Yeah, okay.
Can you move my token, Nurslow?
Hmm?
You can move my token for me, please?
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to
Just
stand?
move it like around you. Just a little bit behind you, around you, at all times.
Oh.
Because I need to protect your ass.
So, as you slowly open the door, you feel a soothing warmth coming from the inside. You also quickly realize that this soothing warmth is in fact coming from open fires that are around inside of the cabin. You can also smell a sort of a faint smell of old food, but not rotten, just have been contained here for a bit of time. Cheese, that sort of thing. Other than that, you can see a railing in front of you and a wooden floor, but not much else.
So it's not a bad smell, it's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, not a bad smell. Something that you would assume that would feel kind of homely if you were to enter a cabin in the middle of a snowy land.
Okay, well, there's fire here at least, guys. Should we check it out?
We've gone this far.
Can't you just say hello? Didn't you see Wilma inside?
I
Also
can.
further in.
I will then turn towards the door and say, "Hello." Nothing. Okay. I will take one step more, and I will try to look inside.
We can assume it's hostile, though. We've been attacked.
It was just the guards.
You see, when you're creaking in and you're looking past the door, which turns out to the left, as you can see on the map itself, you can see that Wilma is sitting with her back turned towards you, and she seems to be sort of slouched forward, focusing on something that is on the table in front of her.
Horror movie. The monster ignores it.
I
Let's
turn
move back.
around to the park.
All the way.
I think Wilma is in here, guys.
Yeah, you go talk to her. We'll wait outside.
Yeah, don't talk to her. We'll wait outside.
I'm coming with you. It's okay.
You guys really inspire confidence. Thank you, Tari.
We'll protect you from the outside.
Oh, good. Oh well. Wilma, are you okay?
Could I do like a hold action press while he's inside?
Sure.
If they run outside, I'll shoot at anything behind them.
Yeah, just keep in mind that if they're inside for 10 minutes, then you'll be holding a spell at the ready every 6 seconds. That could be tiresome also. Yeah, if you're standing at the ready like all the time, that could be tiresome, so just be aware of that.
Okay, I'll just stay on the lookout then.
Let's hold for half an hour.
Yeah, there is still no response.
I'll slowly move towards the wall, like to the side there.
Yep.
Like slowly and carefully.
When you're approaching her from the side, you can see that she's slouched over for the reason of a book, but you can see clearly that the book, at least the pages that she has open at this moment, are empty. There's nothing on it, on the book itself, and when you're seeing her face, you sort of see from the corner of your eye when you're approaching that it seems like her eyes are white. You can see no pupils in her eyes. There's only white as a sky in her eyes.
Sleeping with her eyes open.
Have you seen this before, Taria? Her eyes seems white and she's reading an empty book.
But can we see that she breathe or?
She does breathe. You can also, when you're approaching, you can see that a slight, small drop of saliva leaves her mouth and sort of drips onto the book.
I can't say I have encountered anything like this before, I think.
What's going on inside?
Could we, try to rack our brains to see if we can figure out what's wrong with
You
her?
can roll an investigation check if you want to.
This is going to be so great.
I can't assist since I'm not proficient.
You're useless. You're a motherfucker.
Oh, 17!
Ooh, nice. You take the sort of small risk because she doesn't seem to be in any position because her warhammer, when you're looking around her, you can see that her warhammer is resting on her right side next to that chair next to her. So you can see that she has no availability of being hostile without you being informed of the fact that action is going to happen. So you sort of take the minor risk of leaning in, but as you're about to try to study what is actually happening with her face, she just turns to you all of a sudden.
Still white in the face?
Yes.
Oh my god, fuck that.
And she says, you've killed the children. You've killed all our children.
What?
Oh my god.
Children?
You can see all of a sudden that her pupils return to her face and she looks like Wilma again. Why? What? Why are you here?
Are you okay?
What are you talking about? Of course I'm okay. Why are you here?
You were really scary right now.
What? Why?
You talked about something about why we killed the children?
Children? I don't have any children.
Your eyes were like white.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
You're looking for you.
Why? You knew where we were going to be gone, didn't you?
No.
No?
We had the agreement to talk after, the day we decided to had to talk at the end of the evening.
What?
In Neverwinter.
In the winter.
You,
Yeah?
me, the rest, and Ricardo.
We're going to talk?
We were going to talk. You never showed
Oh, right,
up.
right,
You
right, right.
just-
Yeah, I remember. Sorry. Yeah. Of course.
And you never showed up. And after that you were gone. And
Wait, we didn't
tracked
talk?
you here. No.
You sure? I vaguely
Yes.
remember us talking.
No talking.
You're completely sure about that?
I can agree that 6 of us didn't remember that talk. So yes, I'm pretty sure we didn't
6?
talk that day.
Wait, you're all here?
Yeah, Ricardo is with us.
Wait, Ricardo's here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's careful for your well-being.
Why?
Well, your behavior for one reason, and the fact that you just left without our promised talk.
I thought we talked.
I'm sorry, we didn't.
Strange.
But are you here alone?
No, my mother is here. You see no one.
But there's no one here.
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
Okay, can you see her?
I know she's here. She should be outside somewhere. I think she was
Oh.
collecting some wood for the fireplace.
Yeah, I'll just have to ask, how many days is this since we left Neverwinter? It's
7. 7 or 8.
Do I hear this from outside?
They're not particularly talking. How much passive perception do you have?
17.
Okay, yeah. You hear it in sort of a low, muffled voice, but you can make out what they're saying.
When
Can I look around?
You can roll a perception check if you want to.
do you remember how many days ago since we last met?
2? 1?
It's been
What?
7 days.
7?
Yes, at least. Do you understand why we're a little bit concerned now?
Yeah, I guess you're completely sure about this.
Mm-hmm. We had to travel all the way from Neverwinter up here. It's around 7 days.
Wait, we're 7 days away from Neverwinter?
Yeah.
We are up behind. We are up in Isendale.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's why it's snow here. And she sort of looks over the railing and looks outside of the windows and stuff as well.
She's been drugged. No.
I thought we were like some hours north of Neverwinter.
I started walking in. Tell her about the demons!
Yeah, now we're many hours north of Neverwinter. Take us like 7 days.
Yeah, are we north of the wall?
Yeah.
We were in Icewind Dale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are not far from
East.
East
East
Haven?
Haven? Yeah.
Really? But have you talked to my mother?
Nope, you haven't seen her.
Not that we're aware of, yeah.
We should probably wait for her. She probably has a good explanation for all this.
The thing is, which I think Sontash wanted us to talk to you about, is we were approaching this place, and as I was walking towards the fireplace outside,
You can see her eyes all of a sudden becoming wide again, and
Oh, God.
she talks in a more monotone voice this time around, and she says, "Yes, then you met our children."
Okay, yeah. I guess we did.
Our?
Our,
You and
yes.
whose? You and whose children?
The lord of this place, of course.
Does this lord have a name?
We call it the Ugamada.
Shitty.
Does that ring a bell in our heads?
That's the thing Ricardo told us about, yeah.
Yeah, it does ring a bell indeed, because you got a document about the Ugamada.
It's been has it been 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks now.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So yeah.
You
Pardon
are
my memory.
forgiven.
Mm.
Yeah, it's probably what possesses the grandmother, an Ugamada. Or the grandmother is a Ugamada.
Grandmother?
No, I just meant Wilma's mother.
Yeah.
The children's grandmother.
Grandmother of the shadow demons.
So, are you still Wilma, or who are you?
I am Wilma, but I'm not Wilma. Servant.
But-
I am.
Are you the one that posed as her mother?
No.
Then what the fuck happened to her?
I am the one that's going to help the Ugamada bring you all to the void.
I must say I don't like that thought, but
Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
happy.
I want to take one step back.
You are allowed to. As you're taking the step back, you can see that the pupils all of a sudden return again. And the normal voice of Wilma comes back once again. Like I said, we should just wait for my mother to return. She'll probably have a good explanation of why I'm here.
This is gonna sound weird, but just now you've been out of it like 4 minutes.
What?
Your eyes just rolled to be blank, and
How long have
some
you
other voice.
stayed beyond the wall? Have you smelled any
2
perfume?
days?
No,
Well,
nothing like that.
it's hard to believe because I'm having a hard time myself, but it's right in front of us. Your eyes turned white again. And you talked with a different voice, like you're being controlled. And you talked about the Uga Maga being the lord of this place.
The what now?
The Uga Maga?
Figure out mother.
Some kind of demon that possesses your loved ones and tries to use them to control you.
Do you have you heard about the Ugamada?
No.
Oh,
Should I have?
Wait. My headset died. Damn it.
Fuck.
I think
Fuck.
I think you're being almost controlled by a demon, and we're talking to the last of your senses, maybe.
Sorry about that.
No issue. The last of my senses. What are you talking about?
Well, you are you, but the white-eyed version of you also seems to think
You keep
it's
referring to this
you.
white-eyed version of me. What are you?
Your eyes your pupils disappear, and it's like a different version of you without all the feelings and all the love and all that makes you human. It's like something stripped of all humanity.
What?
And
That
I
doesn't
think
make
it's-
you don't make any sense now.
Does this make any sense at all? You can't remember the past like 5-6 days.
What?
You don't feel that anything could be wrong? Like you don't have.
Hold on. You need to repeat that, I think.
I shouted, "She's here!" as I cast
Oh.
invisibility on myself.
Just have to check my spell list. No, I don't have
Something's
spells.
coming, Emil.
I can't just cast a spell, so who am I kidding?
Yeah. And also, Wilma seems to be the same still. You can see that her pupils are still present. So she stands up as well and picks up the war axe. Doesn't do anything hostile towards you.
No, I want to do something. Fuck.
What do you want to do?
Do get my spell off?
No,
by the way?
I hope that if it was looking at Langa, I could take a moment to take the hammer. Because I was a little scared about that.
She seems very aware of where her hammer is at all times. But she picks it up and she tells the people inside that we can go out and meet my mother now. She's here.
Oh, yeah.
It's hammer time.
After you.
Just be prepared for the worst, I guess.
And the mother talks now. Why are you here? Leave us. The rest of you can see that she clearly just materialized in front of your eyes. And by the time she materialized, I'm disappeared.
What did you do to Iron?
Does she acknowledge that I'm next to her?
She says, "Why are you here?" And you can see that she makes a brief eye contact with you, as if she was aware of where you're standing.
Fuck, can I move?
Yeah, you can.
Where is
When you
she
move,
located?
she tries to attack you.
No,
Shit.
So you
That's
can
rude.
roll for initiative. This fight
You just
broke out.
asked us why we're here.
Yeah, and then one person tries to move away, and then she swings her hammer after that person.
I think we know her intention.
Asking a question doesn't wait for the answer. So rude.
It was because
The
he
worst
reacted.
The worst part is that she can see me, guys.
Can roll for me, Nerfstar, if you want.
What? Okay, I can roll a d20 for you.
Thank you. I forgot to cast my gift of alacrity, but
Oh yeah,
that's okay.
I've given luck to it.
What's that, a 15?
15 for you, yeah.
20 initiative for Orlando.
Let's see. I need to put everyone in the initiative order.
19.
Sad I wasted visibility. I could have thrown something else cool out, but no.
Where is she located,
What?
Pretorius? On your screen? The evil lady.
Oh yeah, she's over here.
Oh,
She was-
Virenna.
Yeah. She.
How do you know she's evil?
She attacked her invisible friend.
She
Or
swung
shit,
her
I-
hammer.
You don't know that
after-
yet.
What kind of attack? Was it like a spell attack? Or
No,
a
she
ring?
swung her
What kind of-
hammer.
Ah,
She also has a hammer. So she swung her hammer after
yeah, double hammer
Aim as
time
he
then.
was moving away from her.
Why is she attacking the air?
Yeah, that's your question. What the fuck is she doing?
Yeah,
Until
just
we
a
can-
swings around as a hammer. What the fuck?
Unless she hits, though, because then you go into her eye. I'm like, ow!
Stop and put your hands up.
So, let's see. Initiative was 7 from Aim.
Yep.
Is my bandit around?
Yeah,
It's above you.
it is above you, yeah.
Very high.
Roll one more d20 then, Nurslar, please.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's up here. I need to add that thing into the
10.
13 initiative then.
Bandit 13. Oren got
20.
20. Santash had
14.
14. Tariel had 13.
No.
No?
19.
19.
I forgot to roll for gift alacrity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so 19. Langa had 13.
That's correct.
Okay, good. Okay, so 20 Oren. I need to roll for Mr. Ricardo as well.
Oh no.
Crazy guy.
Pew pew pew.
Okay, he got very bad. Tariel was 19. 14. 13. 7. 4. Bandit was 13.
Yes.
So after I'm... so this combat is going to start with Verena swinging her Warhammer after I'm.
Well, I'm not
Where-
a tank, so I think that's kind of rude.
For 26 to hit.
I think it's a hit.
14... No, 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And
And yeah,
you are stopped dead in your tracks next to her.
Oh.
oh, okay, that sucks.
Oh. Oh.
Where is I'm is there? Okay.
So he's over here again because she has Sentinel.
Well, that's
Still invisible.
Spoiler.
Concentration on invisibility, right? Or
yeah, it's
Yeah.
concentration.
yeah. So you need to roll higher than the 20. No, higher than the 10 on a concentration check. That is a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're still invisible.
Yeah, so they don't see me standing there. That's nice.
Well, here you scream.
Yeah, you. Oren.
She made eye contact with him, like it seemed like she saw that something was there, or
Yes,
okay.
it did indeed.
Yeah.
By the way, the only reason they're at the end now is because I don't want you to know where they are in the initiative order, so
Yeah.
I'll put them in the right place whenever it's their turn.
Never.
I'm gonna use my free speech, I guess. It's a free country. Your mother is attacking us. Why? Just saying it to Wilma, and then I'm gonna cast. How far is Langa from me?
Langa is about 20 feet away. 22 feet.
Yeah. Tariel is where?
The same amount of distance, sort of.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna cast bless a second fourth. No, not fourth level. Second level targeting. Myself, Langa, Tariel, and Santash is in mid reach as well.
Yeah.
Why not me?
Your blessing, Santash.
I'm blessing 4 people, second level, including myself, Santash, Tariel, and Langa.
Santash, Tariel, Langa. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will move a bit. Is it my left? Is it like trees? Can I move? Yeah, between those trees there, Nurslar, please.
Between the trees. Yeah.
A little bit cover from the crazy lady with the hammer. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm on my turn.
Yep. Tariel.
Well, I'm in a really bad position, aren't I, to get something done?
Have you seen my spot?
No, because you're invisible. I can't see you. So I don't know where you are. All I know, you have ran away.
Well, Wilma is a dwarf. You can jump dwarfs. We know this.
Yeah, you're sort of cluttered.
Use your gate
My
ability.
spirit weapon should be gone if you can delete
Yeah,
it.
yeah, of course. Sorry. I'm also getting back into the swing of this.
I mean, I could have it last an hour. That would be fine, yeah.
Can you move like that?
Well, I don't know if what's going to get going on. I use my action to transform and get my wings out.
Yep.
Oh my god, he's flying.
He's a demon too.
I got a demon with angel wings. Yay!
I don't know what an angel is.
Ariel Airlines
You
has...
literally believe in them.
Tariel
Hey,
Airlines.
not all gods have angels, okay?
So you have demons in your cult? No.
No. Who told you it was a cult?
You just did.
Let's see. When you are leaving Wilma's range,
Oh, shit.
you can see that when she turns around, her eyes turn from being normal to white, and she swings
Being an
at you.
asshole. No.
She probably has Sentinel as well. Fuckers.
She does not have Sentinel. I think you know that she doesn't have Sentinel. Because she has tried
Now we
to
do.
kick cockatrices that have moved out of her range. He swings for 20 to hit.
Well, that's it.
She hits.
Yeah. I'm not a superhuman.
You're not? She does 10 bludgeoning damage to you with her warhammer as you fly away from out of her reach.
Okay.
And you can see that she still maintains the white eyes after she's done attacking you.
Just say out loud. She's lost it. She can't tell us from her.
Should probably kill the mother. Maybe she gets her mind back.
I fly at least towards Wilma.
Yep.
But I can't do anything more than that. Oh, I wish I was a rogue. I can bonus action some.
Can't you?
No, I can't dash because the wings is my action.
Yeah, but don't you? Isn't that a bonus action to TP?
Yeah, I can TP, but I can't really do anything this round anyway.
Oh yeah, true.
Even if I TP closer, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, I think.
What about the Hexblade Curse?
Yeah, I can use that one.
I don't know. I don't remember the range of it though.
That would be 30 feet.
Yeah, it's 30. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh. No, I think I'm just gonna, or I can. Since I got flying speed, I can actually teleport anywhere I want, right? If I like use Misty Step or something like that.
Yeah. You are allowed to stand in the middle of the air right now. So
Yeah, that.
you won't fall to the ground.
But he doesn't have hover, right? So if he gets knocked prone, he falls.
Yeah, I don't know if it's hover on those wingy things.
I can check after my round, but
Yeah.
I think I can. Should I? Yeah, I use my bonus action to to miss the step for free.
Yeah.
I got one for the day. See. I think I'm going something like this. Yeah. Then I end my turn there.
Yours. Before Sontash.
No!
Not bad.
Sometimes it's so slow.
You beast!
Virena tries to smack at Aim once again.
She
You're
likes you.
doing a good job tanking. I'm
It's a
very
3,
proud of
right?
you.
It is a 27.
No,
my
it's a 3. I heard you. I heard it.
27 was this an endgame boss?
It's of course.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And she tries to hit you again
Yes.
for 23.
Okay.
After.
For
F.
6 bludgeoning damage as she hits you with a pommel of her warhammer.
6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting tired, guys.
But they can't see you. You need to
I
roll
know.
2 concentration saving throws, by the way.
How much?
It's DC 10 on both of them.
Probably better if you fail those.
Yeah.
Well, you
Or,
can,
yeah, you can drop the
whatever.
concentration if you want to. Wants to. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Because we are playing that you can drop
That's a 10
Yeah.
actually. That's fucked.
concentration whenever you want, right? You don't need to be
Yes.
on your turn.
yes,
I'll
Yeah.
break.
you'll break.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course I'll
yeah,
break.
yeah.
Because I saved again.
So once Aim comes out, you see her swinging. Like you can see that she clearly hits something. But when Aim comes out again, you can see that he's dead tired all of a sudden.
Would the snow be covered in blood or something? Blood spatter? From
Yeah,
Aim or
probably, and as well, she won't be just swinging into the air as well because she is hitting him, even though. So you can see that it like naturally stops somewhere.
With hovering blood splats in the air.
Yeah. So Aim is back, and Wilma also has her turn. She
Great.
turns towards Sontash, wide-eyed.
Yeah.
And in desperation, you can see that she doesn't even raise her warhammer at you. She actually tries to overcome you with her teeth. So she tries to bite you.
Oh, that's rude.
She's become
Getting
feral.
bite.
I have no skin visible.
For 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah, boy!
Nice.
You have no skin visible!
What you can see is when she opens her mouth, it seems to change the interior of her mouth. It's not her normal set of teeth. It looks like smaller set of teeth, more like shark teeth almost, but 100 of them that sort of lunges at your armor and just sticks into your armor. And she tries to wobble her face around, trying to like get a nibble in, but she misses. So. But that's her turn. She stands where she is. And now, after she closes her mouth again, it returns to sort of normal again, except for her pupils. She's still wide-eyed.
Wow. I guess I will do a gamble since I prepared this spell. So I'll try to cast Remove Curse on her.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's see.
Like it.
I need to check out Remove Curse.
Yeah.
He doesn't know himself.
It has very low text.
It's just remove first, not remove high level demon.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
When you touch her, and because it's verbal components, I guess. Yeah. And when you say the command words of the remove curse, you can see that her pupils return,
Okay.
and she
Okay.
looks a bit bewildered at you as you sort of like slowly take away your hand from her again.
Are we back to normal? You seem cursed, is what I say. And do I have a bonus action? I probably can't say anything else. How much can you say, really?
A free action is sort of a sentence or so, because it's
Okay, yeah.
within those 6 seconds. That doesn't include all of the other stuff that you try to do within those 6 seconds.
Yeah, I'll not say anything else then, but I'll try to move out of her space.
She does not attack you.
Great. That's good. I'll 1, 2, 3. So I guess I'll stand here. Actually, yeah, I'll end it there.
Yeah, Langa.
Free action. I will go towards Wilma and say, "Welcome back to the living. We will now protect you from the demons." I guess.
Wow, what a speech!
Yeah, except for the I guess at the end.
Well, you said I only had the sentence, so I didn't have the I guess part at the end. That's me in real life. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Think I can do. She's over there, so I would. Yeah, that would be possible, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. I will also move my echo a bit forward, and I will use my attack action to bring out my light crossbow and make an. Or should I even do that? Fuck.
We might not be alone.
Yeah, just.
You're
Even though I
surrounded by
said
four
that
demons.
to Verena, I'm like thinking, would she be happy if I said that and then take out the light crossbow and shoot her mother?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, just.
Shoot her in the head! Shoot her in
Yeah.
the fucking head!
Okay, well, we'll try to shoot her mother with a light crossbow, I guess.
Yep.
I have a D4 on my hit, right?
Yeah, you're blessed, so.
Oh, not like I would
Nice.
need it though, so I'll just. Yeah,
That's
2d8.
the head, right? It was in the head.
Yeah.
So 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage through her very. You can see that she is also wearing a thick armor. She seems to be very well protected, but you still find a small space in her shoulder area where you just pummel one of your arrows into her, or one of your bolts into her. And she lets out a sort of howl that sounds somewhere in between a human howl and a screeching that you would hear from something completely different than human.
Jesus.
I have a question because crossbows have the loading mechanics, so you can freely load them once per turn, but I can't use my extra attack to shoot once more though, right? Because that would take...
Yeah, I think it's reloading is a bonus? Or...
You have to have a feat for it. A
Yeah.
repeater or something.
Okay. Yeah. Can I put the crossbow away at the turn's end, or no? I can't do that.
Yeah, you
right?
can put it at the end of the turn, yes. You can
Yeah,
sheet
I
whatever. you have.
will sheet the crossbow again then, and I'll pass my turn.
Yeah, it's Bandit.
How far is Bandit from the model?
Far up in the
Nice.
air.
Up here, he's like 68
Ah.
feet away from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do dashing movement.
Does he reach?
Do dashing movement so Bandit is within 20 feet of the model. And the Bandit.
So like not too far away from.
20 feet right
here,
above
maybe?
her, 20 feet above her head.
20 feet above her head.
So that's okay. Yeah.
Around there?
That should be correct. Then.
Can do a help action next turn. And the turn for Bandit.
Has someone ended the turn for Bandit? There we go. I'm.
Well, I regret using my second level spell for invisibility because I've got
Panicking.
mirror image. So
Well,
that
you
would have
gave
been
her.
nice.
We found out that she can see invisibility, so that's good. You're very good player.
I didn't have to use my invisibility spell as a level 5 fighter with no spells.
To use cure wounds on myself.
Yep. Ooh, 13. Would she counter spells you? No, I'm kidding. She doesn't.
And I forgot to make
I forgot.
my little boy.
Oh yeah. Your little boy, your homunculus.
Yes, my homunculus. I forgot to make him again.
Yeah, because he died in an explosion, or
I don't remember. I wasn't here. Someone else did it for me.
I think it was
Yeah.
a breath.
oh, he
attack
died in the
from
breath. Yeah, he died in the breath from the chimera.
From the Chimera.
Yeah. Right.
I
But
don't
picked
really know what to do now because I'll just shout, "Fuck!" And my turn.
Then it's Ricardo.
The loose cannon.
He turns.
Oh, fuck, I'm next to him.
He turns towards Virena and fires off what seems to be at least a firebolt.
Loose cannon.
No, not a loose cannon. For 17, so he misses. The firebolt flies past Virena. Damn. He actually feels quite safe, or more safe at least, in between the two, so he just takes a step or two out here. And then it's Oren again.
Okay.
Oren is behind. Oh yeah, right. You're here.
In the bushes.
Hiding in the bushes.
I will poke from the can't talk. I will move myself so I can see the evil lady. Just
The
so I
she
can
beast.
just move 5 feet, yeah, to the side.
Yep.
And I will try to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Yeah.
Let me
Whip,
see if I have
you
a
mean?
charge on my wand thingy.
It's 90 feet, I think.
Yeah, it's 90 feet. Yeah. I should have. Land of History. Yeah, I will also use one shard of Band of Wizardry to make it a 17 saving throw. Int.
17
Ooh.
int. Let's see. I just need to get this out here then. Oh shit, I forgot. Wrong. There we go. Huh? Really? Oh, there we go. 17?
Yes.
27.
Holy.
27 on the int save?
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me? La, 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 la. Yeah. Only takes half damage and no effects. So roll 3d6 for me,
3d6.
Nerdfall, please.
Yeah. Half
3d6.
damage
What
income.
would effect be if she failed?
Don't need to talk about it. Just make me sad.
15.
So 7.
How much was it?
15.
Yeah, so 7 psychic damage.
7 psychic damage as a long fucking whip slashes out or lashes out from Oren whoosh, for 7 psychic damage.
Yeah. Yes. And I will. Yeah. I just look at Wilma and say, "Your mother is a monster." And I will please
This is
get
Resident
my
Evil
axe.
1 voice acting.
Please get Aaron back.
Back in
Oh,
his
wait.
cave, yeah.
Wait. I want to have vision over I'm MacGyver. Please, but move a bit back.
Your
This?
mother is a monster.
Which direction you mean? This way?
Let me see the range of this. Yeah, I want to be at least not. For, I want to be at like 59 feet away from.
Okay, so around this side?
Yeah, maybe that's probably no. Leave me there.
Where?
I can see Ayman and Virenna then.
Yeah, you can see them there.
Yeah, and I can also see a little bit. Yeah, perfect. I like that vision.
Okay.
Yeah, and my
That's it?
turn.
Tariel.
As you wish, my lord.
Thank you.
Well, I swoop down. I'm just gonna.
You swoop.
Yeah, around there. I am. Yeah, it's kind of hard when you snap to grid, but I'm trying to get just 10 feet inside the reach.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I can hit it.
At a distance with the halberd.
Yes, first I'm going to use my bonus action to curse or hexblade curse.
Hexblade curse. With Hexblade curse.
Yeah, and then I'm going to try to hit her.
Yeah, I did not hit her. Is bullshit.
And bless was
I
a
did not.
D4.
D4.
Remember the bless. Remember the bless.
Yeah, this is D4, right?
Yeah, D4.
Yeah, 27 did.
That is a miss. No, that is a hit,
Yo.
of course.
That would be really, really, really sad. So I deal, see, 13 plus 3 from the Hexblade curse, and plus 5 plus 8 though, so it's 21.
21. Holy shit! Your halberd does a shit ton of damage as you swoop in and like ramble some crazy shit as you're swooping in to get a curse on her, and then you hit her with a halberd. You also find what seems to be a weak spot in her armor, so that you slice your halberd straight into her flesh.
Bitch.
Yeah, the 5 of the damage is rated, and 3 of the, I don't know, I have an effect, but 3 of the Hexblade is just bones. So
You deal
Yeah.
extra damage because of your wings. Is that it?
I gain 5 more damage because of my level,
Yeah. Cool.
and then I hit again.
Yep.
It is only once per turn, so But a
No, it's
hexblade
only
curse
one.
damage is every.
Yeah, that's every hit.
Okay,
It's a maniac, maniac.
so that's
Oh
reload the page.
no.
Here we go. Ah, so great. Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Double the dices.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
it's,
pay back now.
Did I quit so much last session? Bitch!
So 18 damage.
18. Holy shit! You once again slice at her open parts of her armor into her flesh, leaving a trail of blood on the ground underneath her, seeping into the stone and the snow.
And then I think I'm just gonna fly up again.
Yeah.
I think I had 10 feet, which is 5, 10, 15. Yeah. There we go.
Hit and run tactics, I like it.
Have to be smart, you know. Or I don't want to be hit because it hurts
Fuck it.
a lot.
I might as well just do it now.
Here comes the big mommy.
Virena just lunges both of her shoulders and her head down towards the ground like this.
Okay.
And you can see that wings grow out of her back. Like big black skeletal wings as her flesh and her armor just falls off, and her flesh also sort of falls off like a rag.
Okay.
So what was once Virena is just like a skin cloth rag on the ground.
What the fuck? Goodness, guys.
And where Virena once stood, now stands a black demon with black skeletal wings in a much larger size than Virena, with the same type of teeth that you saw from Wilma that looks like shark teeth, but maybe 100 or so. It also has long claws on both of its hands. I'm going to change the token now. So it goes...
I like the
Whoops.
positioning. Very good positioning.
So it goes from Virena to
Well, if you can fly, it's not good at this room
this.
either.
Ow!
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Is it
That's her
2 now?
action on the whole turn, right? Turning forms. So...
That is a free action.
She keeps the same weapon, right? She doesn't get that huge.
Yeah, she has no weapons now.
doesn't
She has much more powerful spells.
Yeah.
And
Large, right?
a large, yes. And as a reaction to this as well, you just hear a pummeling behind you, stiff as a bat or a very hard erection. Wilma just falls to the ground.
Well, that's not stiff. She falls.
She just pummels over, almost like a statue.
And you got rid of that curse. Nice.
Let's see. So I need to press this in here instead now. So it is the Uga Mada's turn now.
But does she look
Nice.
dead like the Wilma?
She only the only thing that you see from the distance is that she seems very stiff. So stiff that she hasn't even gathered her legs when she fell backwards. One of her legs is still like in the position that where she was standing. But it's on the ground now instead, so it looks like a statue that just falls over.
That's interesting.
Let's see.
Yay.
So, let's see. Right.
Ja, okej, roligt med.
It's always 60. It's always 60.
All
It never fails.
creatures that is within this sphere can roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Bless goes on saving throws as well.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Bless
Oh,
my
God, I
save me.
25.
Oh, fuck. Still only 12.
I am
25
looking for a miracle.
12.
Roll for myself first. And the bless.
Oh,
yeah,
19.
11 on me.
11 on
And
you.
I'll roll for Oron.
Roll a
I
little
don't
bit
know
better
what
for me,
bonus you
please.
have, but
Oh,
17 plus. Let me see. You
4
have
plus
4.
plus-
Oh, 21 plus. Yeah. You're probably safe.
Well, I'm a fucking wizard. Do you think my int is bad?
22 on Oron.
Not
And
me,
then
answer
Bandit.
that.
Yeah, Bandit is definitely inside that 60 feet. Fuck.
He's fucked. He's fucked.
Yeah,
What
but
is he at?
Can he be hit though because his intelligence is so low?
How many?
Let's see.
Brains just explodes.
Just becomes feathers.
owl now. So owls do have a bit more interest.
Yeah,
I'll look
how much does the owl have in intelligence?
We have to
2.
search it up.
Minus
What?
4, by the way, so it was 3.
Oh, 3.
Only
Okay.
2, wow. I
So
thought you got
I'm
more.
going to read aloud what happens now because it might be a bit complicated, or not necessarily, but so I'm succeeds. So does
Yeah.
Tariel, and so does Oren. But the rest
Thank you.
fails. Hold on, I don't know if Ricardo fails yet.
Ah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
doesn't. I'm smart man.
But
Come
I think
on,
it's
Ricardo.
monstrous. I don't think he actually. said
He fails as well.
Rigged.
Well, so it is every creature within 60 feet of the Ugomata must attempt a DC intelligence saving throw. If a creature fails during its turn, it must attempt the same saving throw again to do anything.
Oh, that's great.
This is required for every single thing the creature does: movement, action, bonus action, free action, abilities, etc.
Jesus, man.
A creature is
Jesus.
considered free and immune to this ability for 24 hours if it has succeeded the DC 3 times.
What the fuck?
And but if you
Three
succeed
times?
first, if you just succeed the first time, you're free as well.
Yeah, because you're not affected by it at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So it
Yeah.
doesn't scream one time more.
No,
Like, oh, fuck.
no, you are immune to it for 24 hours since you succeeded the first time.
A bird.
Why
of-
didn't you succeed the first time, Sontak?
But
I said my save for you, you know.
of
thank
course,
you.
the funny thing about this is the fact that this is not all the Ugomata does. on
No,
its
you
turn.
piece of...
It tries also to claw. I'm.
Yeah, of course.
For 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
So. Swoop. You take
A lot of damage.
7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And you must attempt an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Maybe you are the tank after all with all the int.
You're not blessed, by the way. You're
I've
not
got +8, so hopefully that helps. So 17.
Yeah, so nothing happens.
Ah, maybe you are the right tank then. tank.
But it slams
again.
you this time around, tries to.
Guys, please.
Oh my god, fuck.
For 21 to hit.
So is it the choice or?
No.
Nah, then it's a hit. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You're
So you take
A lot of damage.
13 psychic damage.
She.
Ooh, it's
Did
like
you go
I'm
down?
running a marathon.
You didn't go down, right?
I'm at not. I'm very low. Let's just keep like very, very, very low.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Of course, it flies with wings that don't have any.
You can attack it
That's
if
just
you want to,
bones.
Ian.
Beef. Of course. 15.
That is a miss.
Whoa. Fuck.
So 16 then.
Is that have been with disadvantage if you're using the lightning range attack?
Don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter since he missed the first time around.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I just need to check if it has anything more that I can do.
What the?
Yeah, it can kill
Lord.
one player that flies.
You can kill more than one player.
I really hope
No. It is passing its turn, and so is Wilma. So it's Son Dash.
Yeah, this is cool.
Sometimes have to roll insight for everything he wants to do now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Well, you are blessed though.
Yeah.
Is it for every feat or if he wants to move?
No,
you have to-
move. If he wants to move and he fails, he's not allowed to move that turn. If he moves and succeeds, he can move however long he wants to within his movement speed.
If I try to cast a spell, do I lose the spell slot if I fail?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's great.
Cool.
30 feet.
Flies away from Langa as well. Fuck.
That's okay.
Can the echo fly?
It can move any direction, any way.
Oh, cool.
So it can't fly, it just moves upwards.
Okay, let me just try to move then, I guess, first. Do I roll
Yeah.
in?
Intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. Let's go. Bless, you gotta do your work now.
Yeah, of course.
I don't need the bless, you know. Ah, fuck. 21.
You can move.
That's not the important one, though.
You just cast a spell.
So I move one step closer.
Yes.
So I'm within
2
30
steps
feet.
back.
To the edge. I'm about to break.
We'll try to cast Bane on the boss.
Yes, you can then
That's
roll
right.
another intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, that is true. Let's do that first. Come on. Yes. Don't need no bless. Okay. 24. Yeah.
Yeah. Max.
Need
So you're
But
allowed to
he
cast
needs to beat a 15 charisma.
15 charisma.
Seems
And
ugly though.
Well,
Yeah.
int save was through the roof, so
15 charisma, 11.
okay, so it fails. Does it want to succeed?
I don't know what Bane does. I can't remember.
It's up
Never
to
mind,
3
yes.
creatures of your choice. You must make a charisma saving throw. If it fails,
it's
then
opposite.
whenever it makes a saving throw or attack, it must
Oh,
subtract
yeah,
the
yeah,
DC.
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. No, it fails.
Okay. Okay.
no legendary.
okay.
Oh.
Uh,
Just level 5, Santosh. Take it easy.
15, 20. I'll just
Fair enough.
look at Wilma.
Yeah, she looks stiff as a brick.
And with my free action, I'll just Wilma, get up.
And the choice of words.
No response.
Yeah,
And
I'll
also
lie
goes
and-
to
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to move.
Yep. Intelligence saving throw.
So now I've saved 2 out of 3. Is
Yes.
that it? Yeah, great.
No movement, I guess.
That is a failure indeed. So you can't move this turn.
I guess, yeah, and that happens for my echo as well because I think
Yes, sir.
something for-
Yeah, it's the same movement as you, so.
You can
Yeah.
swap with the echo though, probably.
I probably can. because that's a bonus action, even though it requires movement, but it's a bonus
Probably
action.
requires a new save.
And you remember that the bonus actions requires a new save, so...
Yeah. So I kind of want to do that because that's kind of a free bonus action anyway.
Yeah, you can do that. You're
So
allowed
I'll
to do
just try to swap.
that. Yeah. New intelligence saving throw. You are allowed to swap.
Yeah, boy!
Nice.
Oh, yeah. And then I will try to, well, can't really do much other than try to take up my crossbow and fire against.
Yeah,
it, so-
another intelligence saving throw then.
Yeah.
You are allowed to do that as well.
Wow.
Nice.
I really wanted to move, but that's still good, yeah. That's still good.
By the way.
Let's see. No, that's the damage roll. Let's see what it is. Here we go. No, what? I did the wrongs.
You did the boo boo?
I did the boo boo.
Yeah.
So 15 to hit is a miss.
15 to hit is a miss.
Remember
The bless, you're blessed.
Oh yeah, the bless. Yeah,
Bless.
true.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I rolled 17.
17 is a hit.
Oh, nice.
Oral
Jeez.
saves today, as always.
As every always.
Fuck off.
9 damage. Coming through, shooting into this thing. You can see that it is clearly material enough to where the crossbow even seems to be affecting it at full force.
Oh, nice. Wow,
Yes.
that's cool.
Flying is weak to arrows.
So yeah, I'll try to take the crossbow down again if that's allowed at the end of turn.
That is a free action, so that requires a new saving throw.
It does. Oh, cool.
Should I have rolled for my speech then?
Yes, you should. You can do that.
Oh, let's go.
Maybe.
Let's go. Free saving throw. Let's go.
So you're free.
Ah,
I'm
fuck.
free.
I'm-
Yeah. Oh, free.
Is
and
it
I'm-
plus something?
Hmm?
Is it plus something?
4
Bless.
plus 0 plus 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're you weren't even allowed to speak to Wilma.
Maybe not.
But you are free because you have the 3 successes, Langa.
Nice. Wow, I feel blessed.
Bandit is
Bandit-
also under the same spell.
Okay. How far is Bandit from the Ugamada?
5 feet.
Very close.
I just
5 feet?
within. Yeah.
Try to do the help action.
Yeah, you can do the intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
It has terrible intelligence though.
oh 12.
Yeah,
Probably
and
minus.
and it's -4.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, so it can't do the help action.
you should just
Roll
you
for
can speak,
fly.
you gotta speak
Roll
with
for
it.
movement.
Speak owl.
Movement.
Yeah, roll for movement, Santosh.
Yeah.
Within its reach, I guess, so you don't want to get hit.
No, it has flyby.
Oh, yeah, that's flyby. Okay.
Doesn't provide.
Rolling for movement.
Roll for movement.
11.
That's you can't move either.
I think the bandit is permanently disabled.
I'm disabled.
Skip.
Yep.
I'm.
Am I in its attack range?
No, it flew out of your attack range. Just barely.
Nice.
So I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
Just in case I'm gonna try and move here.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna just where is he? Where is he?
I'm blind.
There you are. Run to him. I don't know. I'm so tired.
Jesus. Do something, man. Hit it.
And then I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
Yep.
How many spell slots do you have?
Not many. 7.
7. Yep.
I've got 2 left. And then I'm just gonna look sad.
Ricardo tries to cast a firebolt, but he has to do the intelligence saving throw thing as well.
A sorcerer will never be able to do those int checks.
I've
He
made it as a
succeeds.
fighter also.
Oh,
So he casts firebolt.
This guy is much better than the last sorcerer we played with.
And he hits.
Whoa!
Better.
Respect up.
Why? Oh, there we go.
Younger
And
likes this, yes.
hold on. Instead of one firebolt,
Oh.
out of his hands
69.
comes 4.
Woo!
4!
Who blasts away at the demon. Everyone
Yeah.
hitting the demon.
Four
Not you,
fireballs.
Tariel.
Fireball. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really scary scopes. 4 fireballs.
Zoo boom, zoo boom, boom.
That's why with the demon.
And he tries to move as well. A new intelligence saving throw. He succeeds that one as well.
You're rolling sharp. You're rolling sharp.
He's Giga Chad, he doesn't need less.
No, he is Mr. Giga Chat. And he also. Shit. Yeah, fuck it. He moves over here, and then he tries to use Misty Step as well as a bonus action. So he needs to do the intelligence saving throw once again. And he fails.
Oh.
Not
Luck
so
o-
Giga.
Luck over.
Over.
So he passes to Oren.
Well, 4 firebolts is quite a few turns of damage.
That's true.
Yeah. If they deal the same amount of damage.
Probably
That's
just
also true.
D10. One D10, I guess. Not more than that.
Who knows?
Would I guess? My turn?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I will. You're looking fine, right, I'm?
Am I allowed to say?
Yeah, of course.
I'm about a quarter.
You can
tired.
mention how much health you
Okay,
have.
I'm at 10 health.
Yeah. 10 health is plenty, isn't it?
No.
Hmm.
It's a lot though.
Yeah. I started with about almost 50 because of temp HP.
It's a lot.
Probably high wisdom as well.
Charisma could be low since he rolled 11.
Yeah, but I can target charisma. Can I move towards him? So I'm
Yeah.
30 feet.
So you're within 30?
If I'm able.
Oh yeah, you need to roll? Or did you?
No.
No. I'm
Oh,
just
you
to see if I can do it. How much
Is
did
that
I
within
move? there?
30?
That's in
Move
30.
1, 2,
1,
3, 4?
2, 3, 4.
So 20 feet?
Ah, fuck. That was concentration. Can I go back to where I stand? Where I stood? No. I don't want to drop less. Yeah, I would just cast the cure wounds on I'm then. Level 2.
Level 2
2d8.
cure wounds. 2d8.
You can roll your own healing. I don't want to take any responsibility.
How many dice is this?
2d8.
2d8 plus 5.
9.
639.
Damn,
14 hit
fine.
points. 14 hit points.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I don't want to clump up, so I want to like move, like
Clump
flank him a bit.
This way?
Between the trees.
This? Okay.
No, the other way. Other way. The other way.
This way?
Other way. Down there, yeah. Down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I want to all the way so I can see Tariel if it's possible. Like to be like down. No, not that way. Not that way. Down. Yes.
That's the way, but you can't see Tariel. Then the bush is in the way.
Well, I want to go all the way around the bush so I can see her on the
Okay,
other
let me
side.
see how much movement that's gonna be. You stood here.
Yes, to there, right? So it
5, 10,
But I
15,
think you can make it here.
20. Yeah, I can move 20 around there. Yeah.
Thank you. That was not that hard, by the way. I will end my turn.
End turn. Tariel, you're face to face with the demon.
The Ugamar.
Oh, you need to brush his teeth. No. Well, it's hitting time.
Hitting time. With halberd time.
Halberd time. Halberd in face.
You're blessed.
Come on. 16.
That is a miss.
Oh.
So 17. Okay. Well, I try again.
Yep.
That's impossible.
Fuck.
Another miss.
13. Should I stay or should I go?
This demon is paralyzing Langa and dodging Tariel. Fuck this demon.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I just don't like if I move. I don't like what you can do with the person behind me.
Dun, dun.
It's not. It doesn't hurt that much.
Famous last words.
You could still have Sentinel too.
Yeah, it has Sentinel.
That I know, but I have other way to teleport.
Disengage or yeah, teleport.
It seems to me like it's targeting you because you dealt the most damage to it, so it's kind of smart, I guess.
Could be.
Well, he rolled 27 on an insight.
It probably has some int, yeah.
He's probably smarter than the DM ERL.
Oh.
I just said it. I said it here.
Where is Oren again? He's there. Okay.
He's doing real math.
Yeah, I think
He's
I'm just
stealthily.
gonna actually use my pact. The
Oh.
pact.
Yeah.
First time.
The demon shows its true face.
Yes, and I'm gonna join this motherfucker and kill Sontash. That's the cleric. Down with the cleric. No.
I'm in a demon cult. Don't kill me.
What?
No,
No, I want to kill you.
I didn't say that.
What pact are you referring to?
The power of the storm rule. I can both
the
actually make
the-
teleport. So I.
Is that
So-
you
yeah,
go
so
into
I-
another dimension?
Yeah, I'm going into my pact demon's dimension, and I can.
Nice.
He's probably friends with this guy.
It would be so cool if it was like 3-4 Ugamadas there as well.
I hope not. I don't know what happened when I teleported there.
And you know that by the document, you know that this thing is from a demo dimension called the realm of the sorrow and sadness. The Yogamada.
Probably not the same then.
It's probably worse than the realm of murder.
Yeah, everyone is going around talking about how depressed they are all the time in that place.
Sounds like daily life.
Let's see Ricardo tank this thing. That's gonna be
You
fun.
take some damage, right? Or
Yeah, I
Yeah.
take 6 damage.
yeah.
So no more 10.
You
How
have to
did
roll
it look? It
concentration
just
then?
disappeared and then I appeared.
Yeah, for
somewhere
you,
else?
for you, it looks like I think it's specified that it looks like she teleported.
Okay.
That,
Yeah, it seems like that. Without moving. You can allow to coming for the pack demon. If you do, you're allowed to traverse the plane of system. Blah blah blah. Yeah, creatures of the plane you were previously on see this as a teleporting.
Yeah.
Kind of curious about how I see this.
It's sort of that's sort of a thing that I would like to be up to you, because you are the one that has most knowledge of the demon or angel like thingy that you're in pact with. So because I don't want to make the like general stereotype of you being in pact with something evil if you're in pact with something that is not evil, for example. So you can sort of play around with how you want that realm to look.
Did you even read my background? I described it in there.
Yes, I did, but I can't remember right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I wrote that I wrote that spell before I got the background, I think, if I remember correctly. So that is why it says pact demon, even though it might not be demon.
And then I move.
It looks like inside of a McDonald's.
Yeah, no, Burger King, or I won't allow it.
Burger King, yeah.
We're sponsored. Have it your way.
Oh. Jeez.
I don't want to go like I did.
So I guess that's something that you can describe if you ever choose to make someone else go into the realm.
Yeah.
It looks like what we encountered in the forest where me and Nersulare looked into the other dimension where there's just corpses and people eating each other.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
Oh. Is it still has to try because of your fuck? Yeah, I think so. I'm.
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah, it
Range
uses a
attack?
beam on you.
Oh,
An eye beam? He has 9 eyes suddenly?
No, it's not out of its eye. It's out of his hand.
No, don't tell me. Yeah, okay.
But
come.
it is 25 as a purple light-ish beam strikes.
The Bane doesn't even help then,
Yeah.
minus D4.
Minus D4, so 25 minus 4, so 21.
It doesn't matter.
So it... Let's
Just
see.
heal that motherfucker.
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 It does 5 psychic damage.
And
And you can make an
And-
intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's good. He's the
so how much psychic was it again? 5?
5, yeah.
Jesus, you're rolling
How
so
much
good
did I
on
have?
the inside.
17, so
That's
25.
8 you said, yeah.
25. Yeah, then you succeed.
You have probably the same modifier that this fucker has, like
You
plus 8.
motherfucker.
Oh,
Fuck! Why?
Bandit can roll an intelligence saving throw if it wants to see if it can use its reaction.
Yeah, probably. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
crit.
0, so it comes.
0.
Yeah. No, you can't use this reaction to attack you either
It tries
way,
to
so-
slam you. It's really going for you. 18 before the Bane.
Oh.
Okay, that might go.
16.
That misses.
Oh, it misses.
Yes.
Nice.
So it misses
The
because of the
armor
bane
is
as
so-
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bane is nice.
There's Lure saving today.
Shit.
No,
Okay, yeah, fuck
no.
it. It still tries to
Clarity.
slam you once more.
Premature.
20, and then the
It
bane.
doesn't matter if it's D4.
Four.
17.
That's my class.
Yeah, so that's a hit then. Of course, from now, I forgot about that. I'm going to roll the bane openly. Because it doesn't make sense for me to not roll it openly. So sorry about that.
That's good.
So 17.
Shield spell.
17 hits.
Now he knows your AC. God damn it. The demon knows your AC.
Let's see. So you take 15 psychic damage.
Lee.
And
Nothing else.
okay. Yeah.
You're still
Back
up?
to tired, boys. Back to very tired.
Wilma passes her turn. So does the demon, of course. Santash.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to do a medicine check on Wilma while she's down there. I guess I
Yeah,
have to roll.
you have to roll the intelligence saving throw.
You have to
Great.
get
Come
rid
on,
of that shit.
Stop hitting me now!
Blast!
Oh, mama! Oh, 15?
That is a succeed. Then you
I'm
can do the medicine check.
Wait, why didn't I talk first? God damn it, I'm so dumb.
He has to do 3 on the same turn? Is that the...
No,
how to
not on the same turn. That
That would be.
would be brutal. Holy shit!
Wow.
When you look and touch
I have
Wilma,
bless you, please. Come on.
it turns. It very much looks like she's affected by some sort of spell that sort of just locks her in time. And from what you can tell, it seems like the only way out of it is to destroy the source that cast the spell on her.
Yeah, that was our plan.
You have to remember that medicine check is an action. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
But didn't you succeed 3 times now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I can
free.
do the other.
You're free? Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
It is Ricardo and Bandit that is affected at this point.
A bandit will never break it. So that's good.
Oh, he can because 15 succeeded. He only needs to crit or 19.
You succeeded?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to roll 19 or 20 then. No big deal.
Yeah.
Easy. You
No
got
big.
this.
I miss there and miss there.
I miss almost all.
I'll at least say that Wilma seems to be out of it until we destroy the source, which probably is the demon. So it was a past sentence, okay?
Who would have done it?
Then I'll walk 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Kill it!
With fire.
And as a bonus spell,
Yeah.
I will cast the spirit weapon.
Yes, my
Level
sir.
2. And there, yes, a very good position.
I just put it down so that you could place it wherever you wanted to. But if that was the correct position as well,
I just have to double check so I'm not doing anything stupid. It's not concentration. No, it's not. Okay.
Can you describe in great detail how it looks, Santosh? Your spirit weapon, please.
It looks like a weapon. Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Great detail.
I am so immersed.
Oh, no.
Mass destruction.
Why is the dice bug there? I'll attack it, of course. With
Makes sense.
the same action or bonus action. The dice is just bugged here. +7. That doesn't get my bless, does it?
No.
No.
Oh fuck! I forgot about my medicine.
24.
Oh
24 is it?
No.
I just need to.
no. Didn't we check that last time? It's attack you do, right?
Your spell attack. So you use your
Yeah,
spell
it's
attack.
my spell attack, so it's probably affected.
But it hits no matter what.
You can make a melee. Yeah, you can make a melee spell attack. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah. 10 force damage.
10 force damage.
And then I will. Let me see how much I moved. 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'll move one more behind the bush here. To just be in a bit of cover. I'm not that high. Come on. Ah. Okay, yeah, it's bug there, but I'll stand in it there. Okay.
Yeah. Longer.
Yeah, I can finally move freely.
Please kill it.
Let's see. I will move my echo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, let's go there.
I'll just make some food, so I'll turn off the camera a bit.
Oh, miss you. And I'll move after. 1, 2. That's far enough, I guess.
But don't you
Yeah.
share movement with the vehicle?
Nope. It got 30 and I got 35, so you can move quite a lot.
Oh, that seems interesting.
I think so, at least. We just move at the same time, so it
Okay.
covers, as far as I know. You can check it if you want to, of course, but I think that's how it works, at least. Well, I will use my limited use Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
And I will try to attack it with my greatsword through the echo.
Yes.
Uh, 13 plus 4, 17 to hit.
17 is a hit.
Oh, yes, nice. Okay. Then we roll damage
You have
from...
less if you didn't roll with less. So.
Yeah, I rolled with less. It's the only reason I hit at all. So, that's okay. Roll 2d6 for the Thunderstruck. And I will roll the last d6 for damage on myself. So, 2 damage to myself.
As a thunderous force leaves your body and emits over to the echo, and the echo strikes with thunderous vigor into the demon for 18 total?
Yeah, 18 total.
Yeah.
And it still stands.
For some reason, it does.
I will use my extra attack then. For
Yep.
first time this whole fight.
Kommer du?
Nei, jeg er opptatt.
På middagen?
Ja.
11 to hit. That's a miss. I would guess.
Did you roll a d4?
Yeah, it's my blessed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a miss. 11 is a miss.
So yeah. No, I'll just pause turn, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Bandit.
Yeah, just try to move, please.
Yeah, someone can roll a d20.
Oh yeah. Ah, yes.
Should I roll?
Yeah, roll. Go for it. And it's -4.
Ooh,
So it does not move.
for some reason I read 20.
Does he have anything else he can do?
No.
He can look around with perception or something?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, you can try to look around. Yeah,
Scout.
sure.
Yeah, it's
What does the
scouting.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
It does not scout.
It's over 9,000.
Get that fucker's turn. Let's go.
I'm.
I want to cry. Is that allowed?
No, you're a man. For fuck's sake, no.
I feel like I don't have a choice, so I'm gonna use Cure Wounds again.
Oh. Yeah.
Mr. Tank, that's me. 11.
You know
And
the
then
way.
I'll still just... I'll do this.
As you heal for 11.
Yeah. And then I'm done.
Ricardo tries to use the firebolt.
Fuck, I'm too close.
So he intelligence first. He succeeds.
Nice, he broke free.
So he's free as well. And he uses the firebolt.
Kill it.
Yeah. He rolls. He misses with the firebolt.
17 is the armor class.
17 is the armor class. Maybe.
Maybe. But 16 was a miss.
And 17 was a hit.
Was a hit, so-
Oren.
Oran, yeah.
Yep.
Ready stance. Posture, great. Check.
Oh, the posture is awful. My neck hurts.
Yeah, the posture is awful. If you wish you could look at the stream, you can only see your forehead.
You know I have a laptop, right? You can just put it on your lap.
Yeah, I know, but I need to pee.
What? What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You just had 10 turns to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go pee after my turn here. I just poke out of from the tree and cast a firebolt.
Yep.
So D20, please.
20.
And a
Let's go.
D4 and a D20, please.
18. At least.
Nice.
You have pluses, I guess so.
So 26.
So that is a hit.
2d10. 2d10 fire damage.
2d10.
So 2 tens, please. So it becomes 20. Almost.
11 fire
11
damage.
fire damage. Yeah.
A firebolt strikes into the demon.
Let me see. Just looking, do you know if it's a bonus action or an action to dismiss the... From an action to dismiss the pet?
I can check the spell. It's familiar, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have the spell as well, but I just asked if someone...
I can't remember.
Which spell?
Fine.
Familiar.
Find familiar.
What about it?
Dismissing the pet, is that an action or bonus action?
I think it's a bonus action, if I remember correctly.
No, action to temporarily dismiss the
Yeah,
pocket.
okay, action.
That was what I thought.
And kind of flashback for what you did last time. You actually have to command it on your turn for what it's gonna what it's gonna do. So if you want it to like scout, to use action to scout, you actually have to tell him to scout.
Oh yeah, true.
You have to
Yeah.
tell him all the time.
Me
what
not
it's
knowing.
gonna do. Your turn.
True.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I will just I move around the tree the same way, so I get behind him. I guess I can still see him. Like not closer to him, just so I can see him.
Yeah, there.
I want to see him die. Okay, that's my goal.
Nice.
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
team.
Go team.
And my turn. I'm just gonna go AFK and take a piss. And,
That makes sense.
and brings get something to eat. We'll be back soon. But
Yep.
if the Ugama tries to kill Aim and he goes down, I want to use my reaction to try to save him with.
Yeah,
my-
with your storm rule pact thingy.
Hours.
Yep.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
The Uga
That's
Booga.
nice. I don't want to die.
Why not? Tariel.
Well, I promise.
Well, that was a bummer. I thought maybe you flew in the middle. Let's see. I just have to check something. I don't know what his speed are though. Okay. I'm just gonna move up here. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Eldritch Blast. Blast away.
Now it has 2 beams?
Yeah, it should at level 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Does it refresh the site again, the page? I can't get my...
They each have their own bliss, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
shouldn't.
And yeah. Spells. Okay, so 2 then... 2...
2d20s.
Yes. And... Okay. Plus 8, so 24 and 23.
That is a hit on both.
Don't roll for less.
You don't even have to use the bliss.
So it becomes 2d10. And one of them get the bones from the future, so 11 plus 17, 22.
22. Holy smokes. That is a powerful blast indeed.
Hexspell curse is for both attacks, so. Well, can I do anything else? Let's see. Bonus action. What can I do? Can I do anything? No. So, I guess I'm done.
It starts its turn by
Whoa.
it just
Oh.
fades out without casting what seems to be a spell.
That's not good.
Me, very scary. Please don't hit me, big boy.
Shit.
Oh, I see you have learned the ways of traveling to all the places as well. High
Langa.
five.
Yeah.
What if he learns our spells by seeing them?
He tries to claw you.
Yeah, that's okay.
So how far away is it from me? How tall is this?
It is just outside your range. 4. That was a low roll, I think. Yeah. 14 to hit. Minus a d4, so
It's already a miss.
yeah, so
14,
12.
Nice.
Fuck me. It tries to claw you again.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! It misses again.
Nice.
It tries to do it again.
Aha!
It misses again. Holy shit!
I think he went back to his realm of depression and sorrow.
The
This is like
Well,
complete opposite of the usual press I'm used to fighting. So
Santash, that was insane.
wow.
Yeah. Let me see. I can move it 20 feet with my bonus action. Yeah. Is it too high in the air? Or can I hit it here?
You can hit it there.
Okay. Will smack. Plus, wow, that's crap. Yeah. 11?
11 is a miss.
I already have Bane up, so
Did he die?
No. He missed all his attacks though on Langa.
He tried to kill Langa.
It tries to go after Langa, yeah. It phased out and phased in again next to Langa and then missed all of its attacks on Langa.
Cool.
Bitch.
That's so fucking lucky.
Very lucky, yes.
I think I have the worst AC in the party, so
try to hit it with a guiding bolt, I guess. Level 1 spell.
Yep.
Ooh, guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Guide me.
Lightning bolt.
Oh, that was almost one. Oh. 23.
That is a hit.
Sound like you cheat yourself.
Oh, that was low. 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage as Mr. Santash uses its spirit weapon and misses. You can see that he becomes so enraged that he tosses a fire or a lightning bolt from his bare hands and smacks it into the demon for 12?
Yeah.
12 radiant damage.
Reading damage.
I think he's a wee bit close, so I'll step a few steps
You'll step a few steps.
back. Yeah, I'll end there.
The thing stands here, by the way. It is a lodge. I can put it on the ground in the meantime.
Okay.
yeah. Just attack.
Hello, Langa.
Ace my elven blade.
And what's it with you and demons? They all seem to like you.
Well, I can't kill you because you're the worshippers, you know?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, really good.
Let's see. So
Nice.
sexy. Oh yeah. Plus 5, so 23 slashing.
23 slashing.
Nice.
As a reaction to you hitting it with a melee attack, it launches its wide open mouth at you and tries to bite you back.
Okay, yeah, oh shit, yeah. I have no cool reaction for that, I think, so.
And it misses.
Oh, nice. I really love this encounter.
What is with these attacks now?
Well, I'll use my extra attack, I guess.
Yeah.
And
That is a hit as well.
let's see. And there we go. 14 more.
14.
Since I had a crit this turn, I will use my bonus action to strike again
Yep.
as part of my feat.
Part of your feet, not your toes.
No.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm still blessed.
You're
too.
still blessed, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't need it before now. Now I needed it too, so
You hit because of the bless.
yeah, I know it's amazing. I love being blessed. I kind of understand the hashtag now.
Hashtag blessed. Holy fucking shit.
So 15 more slashing.
15 more slashing.
Only bad thing is I can't teleport out now because I used my bonus action, but I hope it's better. So yeah, we'll just pass.
Bandit. Yeah, he's probably gonna do some movement.
Yeah, I can try to move, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh! It can move!
1 out of 3! I guess it'll
Just move
close. Move closer?
closer to the boss.
Let's go!
He's
Well,
in the
the
background.
command he got was to
It
go
looks like
at
you're
him
on
and
the
use stealth
steps.
action.
Try to help, I guess.
That was the last
Are you
command.
doing yoga? You looked like you were doing yoga back there.
He was eating with both hands. That was what he was doing. You can try to help, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to help.
It fails.
Yeah, that was an action, so it doesn't have a bonus action, I guess. So, yep. I guess it'll end there.
I'm.
Do I see him through the? Well, I see his wing. Can I shoot that one?
Yeah, but he has half cover from you.
I will
Add.
move a little bit.
Hashtag add.
Now,
Now you can fire at it at free will.
free will. That's a nice word.
Free willy.
28.
Oh, that is a hit.
So
Is this
First
revenge?
a 10 plus 3 is 13.
13 lightning damage. Phew.
And
Pew,
then
pew, pew, pew.
I finger blast it once more.
You finger blast it once more.
Yes.
You hit it again.
See, you don't need to be afraid. Just kill it.
8.
8.
Kill it. Kill it.
Pew, 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 pew. Still stands.
Just for effect. And then I'll move back.
I like it. I like it. Ricardo tries to cast a firebolt. He very much misses. It flies up in the air and you can never see it again. You'll probably see it in another hemisphere somewhere.
Whoa.
The other side of the world.
And he actually just ends his turn with that simple task. He becomes ashamed. Oren.
Yeah. Just
I need to take a piss as well.
hit it with a firebolt, I think.
D20.
Plus D4.
I can go into your page. Firebolt.
Huh? My page?
Your page, your holy
Your
page.
MySpace.
So 15
19.
plus 4. That's
I guess that's a hit.
Roll for damage.
2d10. Let's go.
Yeah.
It bounced. Wow, that was crap.
What the fuck is
It
that?
bounced in something invisible. There's something invisible here.
Useless.
a nice pussy.
That's 4 points of damage.
That's what did you say?
Huh?
Hmm?
That's a nice.
I just saw a nice pussy on Press's cam.
Ah. Well,
Wait,
is
you're
it-
watching
was
the
it
stream?
because-
No.
No,
Oh.
you have
Oh,
your
yeah.
cam on this.
Of course. How much damage was it?
4.
4.
fire
Fire damage. Still standing.
Yeah. Just move me a bit behind I'm. Or no. move it the other way. I want to see who he is targeting.
Over here?
Yeah, but don't go the long way around.
Oh, you want to go the other way around?
Yeah.
Like here?
Yeah, that's better. I like that. Oh, that's a good position. Nice. End that shit right there.
Tariel.
Well, I can try to stab it in the head.
Yep.
Stab it in the dick.
No, the dick is too far away.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you know? Maybe the demon has a dick on his head.
That's true. Could be a really weird dick.
This is press campaign, so could be.
Yeah, that's true.
He is the dick.
Use your action to investigate dick placement.
That is a hit.
29.
That is a hit.
That is a hit.
Crush his head.
So. $15 plus is 23.
23. So, as you're trying to stab its head, you can see that it looks up at you and opens its mouth to try to bite back at you whenever your weapon comes around. But you stand firm. So you respond by shoving the halberd into the mouth of the demon. Like into the upper, what is this called again? In gum? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so you're shoving it up there and splitting, pulling with great force to try to get the halberd back. And by doing that, you're splitting the face of the entire demon, like, open. So it flies off to two sides, and the demon shrieks. And a beam, sort of a circular beam from the demon itself, just punches outwards with a force, almost knocking the people that are standing on the ground backwards, but it doesn't do so. But it does knock a lot of snow from the trees around the place over, so that the snow falls to the ground. But the demon also just dissipates after the force is
That's
gone.
for being rude.
And
Ooh.
the aura seems to have become lighter over the entire place. It seems a bit more friendly, this place now, compared to what it was just a few minutes ago.
Skin suit of wherein her mother gone, or is it still there?
The skin suit of the mother is still there.
Yeah, you can
Is
just
everyone
point at
alright?
that and say, what's your mother? Ha ha ha.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Maybe see if Wilma awakes. Since the source is gone. Hopefully, we don't know. Maybe it's more than one more demon.
When the force sort of goes over Wilma as well, you can see that her legs goes from being statue-like to actually move again. So they sort of slam into the ground, and she puts both of her arms to the ground to get up in sort of a position where she sits on her butt, and she just looks around bewildered. Normal pupils, might add. What is happening?
Could I move my token next to Wilma, please? Nurse Lar.
What is going on? Where's my mother? I saw her, but then she's not here?
I'm sorry, but that was not your mother.
Can I try to help her on her feet?
Yeah, of course. She accepts your hand if you're extending it.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not that strong, but I guess I have 11 strength. I can't pull her up.
And she also is able to pull herself up at the same time, so... What are you talking about?
Yes.
We should show you something, and I try to guide her to where her mother skin suit lies, or whatever.
That might look like we just killed her and splayed her.
What are you talking about? You said that this wasn't my mother. I saw that it was my mother.
Do you remember what you talked about inside?
Talked about the... sort of-
About that you have gaps in your memory, right?
Right?
It's been 7 days, but for you it's been like 2 days.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Santosh actually broke the curse that was on you. But
Curse?
yeah, but when Yeah. Yeah, so you don't have like. I think the curse made you black out, or you thought that the time was not. What did you say? It paused for you, but for all other things, time went on. I guess. But
Yeah, or she was possessed, like the demon was controlling what she was doing and stuff.
And what
yes,
has this got to do with my mother?
Well, she was the source of that curse, because that was not your mother.
What? That doesn't
I
make
guess
any
we
sense to
should
me.
show her the documents about the Uga Buga Mada.
Yeah, the Ugamada. If you remember what we talked about outside earlier.
Yes, I do remember. I said to Tariel here that I did remember, but
It was the demon, the Ugamada. It was never your mother.
Yeah, the mother you met in that city was not your mother. Your mother is dead still. Like, sorry to say, that's the truth.
how do you know that?
Well, some remains of her lies
Over there,
yeah,
but
point over there. But yeah,
What?
be warned, it's not a good sight.
What?
Well, as your mother returned, she attacked us, and at some point, the Ugamada grew up from her form.
No,
With
it was
full-
never the mother. There was always the Ugamada.
Well,
Yeah, but
that's true, but the form of her mother disappeared, and
yeah,
demon.
I think
Yeah,
if you want to see it, you can see it, but
we should give it a
beware
burial.
and beware that demon used her skin, and it kind of broke out of it.
Is
You need to see it because otherwise you will think that your mother is still some way, but she is dead.
but
That's the truth.
I put a hand on the shoulder and wrapped one of my wing around her, trying to be comforting.
I don't know. Is all of this true? And you can see that she looks sort of over your shoulder, Aaron. And when you look back, you can see that she clearly looks at Ricardo, and Ricardo just he also seems somewhat affected by this, so he just quietly nods in her direction while clearly making eye contact with her.
I know this is hard, and you're maybe not the family you want, but we wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, and it's not your fault. Those demons are like, that's what they do. They use the loved ones to try to capture you. So that's probably why you were missing days and stuff, because the process of you becoming a demon vessel as well had started.
I don't know what to say to all this. Can I?
Of course, you need to take some time and think about this. It's hard to.
And I think I need to. And she sort of steps out to the side. I think I need to. Can I come through? I need to see what this is.
Yeah. Come have a look.
Please, let me do this alone.
Yeah, we should just stand over here, guys. Give her some space.
I go to Ricardo and just put my hand on his shoulder,
That's.
comforting, or
You can see that Wilma leaves, and Ricardo makes eye contact with you, Tariel. It's fine. It's just it's weird. Because of course, ever since I came to the Storm Rule, Wilma has acted like my own mother in some sort of sense. So it's a bit weird to see her like this.
Yeah, but that's also why she needs you now. I think she needs. Well, she gets some space, but we should not leave her. I think we should keep her company. By the way, should one or two guys check if there is some more evidence. If this is the base of the demon, maybe there's some more evidence. Maybe others. Maybe I don't know.
You can see that Wilma also turns around again to like the most of the party, at least since Oren and Santash is in front. She sort of turns your back towards you. You can see that her arms are sort of almost right by her side now. She's put the warhammer on her back. You can clearly see that she is very affected by what she has seen, by tears in the very corners of her eyes, and with a very like almost shaky voice, she says that I think I'll return to Neverwinter now. We'll speak more there at some point. I just need a bit of time.
By teleportation stone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can bring Ricardo with you?
Sure. I guess.
Or maybe should you all go? What?
I would just clear the base here first, I guess.
Can
Yeah,
you
we
check
still
it
need to
out?
do some research, and we probably. Yeah, because our stone is still on cooldown, or is it coming up?
No, it's off cooldown now because
Yes,
you've spent over a week just getting here.
Yeah, we will stay behind then to gather more information stuff.
Okay. Do we need that much time for it?
And
I'm not sure, but a little bit forward.
It's worth checking out the dungeon or the cave of the Ugamala.
the Ricardo talks to Tariel. I'll go with her. Make sure that she doesn't do anything rash. So,
Yeah, please look after her.
but thank you for answering my call to get up here. So I know it's not something that I could necessarily expect of you, considering how long you've been here, and in our organization, I mean. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Really, it means a lot to me.
Yeah, storm rules guys need to stick together, you know.
My thoughts exactly. Thank you. So we'll see you back in Neverwinter, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mention the things we did when you think she's ready to hear them, I guess.
Yeah.
With
Just
disease
ease with
and the
baby
kid
and
and
stuff.
that.
Just ease with the baby shit.
Oh yeah. I will. Of
I
course.
think she wants to hear it, but probably not now.
Yeah, I think her mind is in a different place right now.
Yeah.
But I will. Thank you once again. And he also leaves to the side so that they can start preparing their ritual for getting back.
Oof. A demon. That's the first, right?
Well, if you don't count the small ones, then yeah.
Jesus.
Of course, by the way, at the end of the session, we can go over the Ugamara's stat block, the stat chart for it at the end of the session, of course.
Do anyone have a shovel?
Shovel?
Yeah, like shovel.
Oh yeah, to make a grave.
No, I don't.
Probably not.
Well, I could always just. Well, if I use my no. Could I make a shovel with my pack weapon? It's like a weapon. And there's like.
Can it make improvised weapons? I think shovel doesn't count as a weapon, or.
Yeah, it's an improvised weapon, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
if you had like Tavern Brawler, you should be able to.
Oh yeah, maybe I need that one.
Yeah, because it's listed under adventuring gear, not weapons. So.
Yeah. I don't have a shovel, but. Maybe
Well, should we go and investigate? Or we can burn the remains? Maybe that's better.
Yeah. Oh, they're not here anymore. Okay. Yeah, then we can just probably burn the remains, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Bring the ash back to Wilma if she wants. I don't know. Maybe
why-
she just
I don't.
I guess
No.
we'll go inside and check too if there's
Yeah, we'll
anything.
join Santash inside.
Me too.
Yes.
As we move, I'll just use my last cure wounds on myself.
Yep.
Bangada, bangada.
Are you okay there, MacGyver? You got hit quite a bit.
Don't worry about me. I'm healthy as a fish.
I think that expression works better in Dwarvish.
Nice
So-
carpet here.
When you're getting inside, you can see that the place seems kind of bare. It seems to be of a place that is a cabin. That wasn't meant as a pun, actually. But I noticed that it seems like a very normal cabin in what it looks like on the inside. There are fresh foods around. There's a chest in the corner. That doesn't seem to be locked. You can't see a lock on it, at least. And there's a few barrels with what you can only assume contains some sort of refreshments as well, but nothing else of interest. It's like carpets, basic things for making sure that you can actually like stay in bed in sort of comfort, that sort of thing.
Refreshments, it's Oron's thing, right? I'll put you over there for now.
What?
Put you by the refreshments.
The refreshments.
Yeah.
I don't see inside because Futoris is not inside yet. There is.
I can see the perspective of you. I'm
I'm
staying
just looking in the
outside.
corner here by the bed and the books and the stuff.
Yeah. You notice, the first thing that you notice is that the books and documents, like a pile of paper, are lying next to the bed, but they seem to be empty. Both of them. Just as empty as the book upstairs.
Can I rummage around and look for stuff there?
You can indeed. You can make a perception check.
While he does that, can I channel detect magic?
Yes.
Am I still blessed, or is that 1 minute?
It's 1 minute, I think, so it's out.
Yeah, so it's
Alright.
out. Yeah, because of the conversation and everything.
Yeah. I'll roll normal and 20.
20. Let's see. You rummage around inside of what seems to be their bedding place. You find, of course, the empty stacks of paper that we've already talked about. You found 2 mugs of ale that seems to be empty. From what you can tell, they seem to have been used quite recently, because you can see that there are drips and drops of alcohol at the very bottom of them. That doesn't seem to have stained to the bottom yet. When you search over the bed, you can feel like that there are lumps along the way. So when you sort of take out the bedroll out of its place and see the hay underneath, you can see that in between hay stacks there are gold coins like scattered, almost have seen like have fallen out of a pocket like every time they've gone to sleep at this place. So you find 15 gold pieces scattered around in the hay.
I'm rich, boys.
And at the foot of the bed in the hay, you also see carpeting that seem to have been just been used for making sure that you step on something else and then snow from time to time.
Did you find something, Santosh?
They just empty books, and they seem to have been drinking something. There's 2 mugs here.
What do you mean empty books?
There's no text in it.
Well, maybe there is text. Maybe they are magical. MacGyver, are you doing that thingy again? Then you stand still for 10 minutes and then you pretend to know something?
I just do this in front of him, like. There you go.
Well, if there is some arcane shit with the books. Can I?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You can do it.
Well, he needs to be done with it. Can I try to look at the walls and stuff, determine how old the cave is?
Yeah, you can. That is going to be an investigation, then, I guess.
But there is
Investigation.
barrels in front of you. Why do you...
You investigate.
Arrows? What do you mean arrows?
Oh, that went down.
Barrels.
Barrels.
Oh, barrels. Ah, the barrels. Yeah, we'll say
22
that.
on investigation.
22. So
Plus, 7 plus 1d4.
Oh,
plus 1d4.
do you have something?
Yeah, because have
Guidance?
no.
No?
Jesus, where did it go?
Yes.
No,
No.
my mark gives me a 1d4 checks on the
Oh, okay.
investigation.
Okay, I have
Check.
4. 26.
26. As you're looking around, and you see the walls and sort of parts of the wall has already like molded with sort of the stone that is around here as well. That seems to have a sort of infiltrated part of the wood. You can see that splinters and almost rotten wood in certain places. Probably, from what you can guess, it's probably from snow coming and going in certain spots, because if it's sunny outside, it might have melted, turned into water, and seeped into the wood. Then snow had come maybe the day after or so. So for you, this cabin seems quite old. It seems to be at least 40 years, but you're sticking more around maybe 60.
Yeah. That makes sense, since had some rumors about it. The cave is maybe 60 years old, Santosh, what do you think? Does it look right?
I don't know. I haven't lived in a cave. I can't
That's okay,
distinguish.
man.
How far is the village we stayed at, the dwarf village?
4 hours away.
4 hours, sure.
4
Maybe we
hours
can-
north west. As your detect magic also comes through, you see no magic emitting from the bedding side, but you see conjuration magic emitting from the chest.
Oh,
Duration magic. Hmm.
And it doesn't seem to be the chest itself. It seems to be something within the chest.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
good.
Check the chest. There's something in there.
Yeah. Oron, check the chest.
Mage hand, lift up the lock if it's possible.
It is not possible with the mage hand. It's too heavy.
Okay, stand by, boys. Stand by. I'll move my physical body towards the chest, please.
The baddie.
I will hold the shield in between myself and the chest, and I will peek over the shield and try to lift the lid while using the shield as a barrier between myself and the chest.
What? No. As you're
Very
opening the
fun map.
chest, you can see that it contains two things. It contains a bear pelt at the very bottom, and at the top of the bear pelt, there is a staff that has bright and dark, well-kept wood on it. The brighter wood wraps itself nicely around the darker wood, which is present underneath. At the very tip of it, a snake head with a red gem-like eyes can be seen.
Is this what gave away the magic stuff, MacGyver?
It is indeed.
Yes.
Is it dangerous magic, or can I touch it?
It is conjuration.
Touch it.
It worked okay.
When you touch it, you turn up in the realm of nothing happens.
Oh my god.
Nothing happens. You touch what feels like a rod made out of wood, made out of well-kept good wood.
I could try and.
Do you have some kind of identifying it, MacGyver?
Yes, but that would require me to try and understand it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. We can look around more. Do you want to have a look at it?
Yeah. There's
I
some
give it
cheese there. That's your thing, Oron.
Yeah, we'll smell the cheese, please.
As you're doing that, I can ask if the people outside wants to do anything.
Oh,
Well-
that was fucked up, right?
Yep.
uh,
I'm not gonna forget that in a while.
yeah. I wonder what's going on inside. Oh well.
Well, probably, nerdy things, checking out stuff. Let them be, the nerds.
Yeah, I guess.
Let 'em be
Nerds.
nerds.
Intelligent nerds, But you probably should do something about that, and I point at the remains.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, true. We didn't have a shovel. I do have a spare greatsword and a halberd. I might be able to dig something up with that.
That, or you can just lift it inside this, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe?
I guess if or wouldn't it be better if I chop down
Yeah,
a
okay.
tree or two and we make like a fire?
True. You make a bigger fire.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. How hard can it be?
You want to chop
Sure,
down some trees?
Yeah, take the halberd and try to chop down that tree.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Outside.
If you're chopping down those things, you'll be able to chop them down quite easily. You don't
I'll
have to make any checks even.
take my halberd and chop down a tree myself.
Yeah.
And you chop them up in little pieces. Take away the branches, of course.
Yep.
And I guess we can just put it right here since we have fire here around it, so it can become bigger.
I guess. Yeah, they try. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, as you're putting the branches on the brazier, of course.
No, not the branches, on the basers. Yeah, we chop them off from the tree and just have use the stem,
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah,
Just
okay.
that all the branches are snowy and wet.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. So the stems are what you're using, sort of.
Yeah.
Yep. As you're putting them into the brazier, you can see that, of course, logically enough, the fire does expand. That it becomes bigger and brighter.
Does the entire forest burn down, and then a troll on fire runs through the village?
Yeah.
I
Oh shit.
think it's gonna be hard to start a forest fire in the winter.
It's possible that we
Yeah.
try not to.
Fire.
We try not
Yeah. And I kind of take my halberd and just try to, lift.
Yeah, it is not difficult to lift because, of course, the remains do not include a single piece of bone. So,
And then I guess I just put it in the flames.
yeah, it ignites quite quickly, like almost a wet piece of oily rag.
to. Yeah, may you find final eternal peace, and may the thunder look after you. Yeah. Thanks.
Well spoken.
I didn't really know her. It's hard to.
Yeah. So, what's your plan tonight?
Depends where we end up tonight.
Now the awkward talk
guess.
begins.
Watching Aaron drink as usual. Oh well. And back to Oran in the house.
I think I need a drink after this myself.
So we can skip back into.
Oh no!
Hey, no.
Talk for
Now
an
it's
hour.
just-
Awkward.
Now it's the spirit weapon and the Echo Knight's turn to have a conversation,
Yeah.
okay? Don't skip though.
It's like cling clang, cling clang.
It skips back. It's sort of the cut is right back to Oren, nose deep in a cheese.
Is it edible?
It seems sort of fresh from what you can tell. So it doesn't seem to have been overbitten by any sort of rot or anything like that.
Is it
Is it
goat?
cheese?
Yeah.
It is goat cheese.
Yeah. Let's pack that baby in some cloth and put it in my bag.
Yeah. You can write up an additional ration then.
Yeah.
This is totally cursed.
an aim as well? Is it just a pure identify?
It's pure. It's literally identify.
Yeah. You can go into D&D Beyond then, everyone, if you want, and search up. I just need to Staff of the Python.
The Python.
That sounds like a
Yeah, it's this
snake.
thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
That sounds pretty overpowered. I think.
It is.
It can break though. Yeah.
Yes.
That's only if it dies. Yeah, that never happens. you can use a bonus to like resummon it now, like remove it and resummon it, can't you?
Yeah, but then it has to not die by the time it comes to your turn again. So that you can use that bonus action.
Is it the one that we can
Off, though.
summon snake?
Yeah, you can summon a giant constrictor snake.
It's good. It's pretty cool. You can throw it down and then they can hold shit for Langa and Tariel.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very strong at our level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than the druid. I mean, nothing.
Very good warlock.
But do you have anyone that wants to use that stuff though?
It's a cleric, druid, or a warlock.
It's cleric, druid, or warlock.
So yeah, I can't either. One of you three.
I got my wand. I like it really much. It's all yours, Santosh.
I have a +1 weapon. I'm not.
You can.
No, like
Dude, you never hit anything. You never hit
I
anything with
hit
that
stuff.
weapon. You hit anything in like 7 days.
I don't want to be a druid again.
I can take it if you don't want it.
Tariel is offering up to take it then.
I'll take it then. I'm sad.
You can't use it.
You can't
I
use it.
can use it
Only
later on.
cleric, druid, or warlock. For now.
Yeah.
I throw big snake on ground.
Is it that you require attunement?
Yes. Requires attunement by a cleric, druid, or warlock.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can just attune to it, Tarly, and switch weapons. That's easy for you, right? You're a weapon-packed dude. The girl, sorry, don't hit me.
Okay.
I don't know. We can discuss it.
Yeah, I
we
don't mind.
bring
Take
it
it
up.
if you
We
don't
just
know
bring
what
it
else
up.
wants
We
to
can.
go. Or
yeah.
the other one, the cleric. I guess.
So, anything else here of value? I can look around
Did you
myself.
check the kegs?
No,
For drink?
no.
And you should do that.
You think so? You want some beer?
No.
Can I smell
Don't
the
you?
kegs?
Do you want some beer?
Yeah, you can smell the kegs. Perception.
Yeah. Please, Santosh.
Yeah. Do you have plus on that too, or?
No.
I know you.
Dude, it's empty. There's no point.
You smell that there is some sort of ale on the inside, but you're surprised by the fact that your nose can't pick up if it's good or bad ale.
Wait. My nose can't do this shit. Let me open and have a taste.
When you're splitting the one on the left open, you notice that there's not a single piece or a single drop of ale even that comes out of it. It's already empty.
It's TPK. It's no point.
Yeah, but when you shove your dagger or whatever into the middle one, there is ale slowly flowing out of it. That one seems full.
Following out of it?
Yes.
I want to save it with my mouth.
Empty to the ground.
Yeah, when you're saving it with your mouth, you do recognize that this ale seems to be just fine.
Nice. Hey, bring me something. Bring me something. Do you have something?
What?
You hear I'm and you see a waving of an arm as a dwarf is standing on his knees, just chugging ale that comes out of a barrel.
I fully understand the entire sentence. So I grab the chest and pulls it towards him.
He doesn't need to be on his knees though. He can just.
Yeah, probably true. To get the chest for him?
Yes.
You have the chest to put the ale in.
Yeah, that's probably. There's no leaks in the chest. Totally.
Probably not.
Let me see if I have something.
Yeah.
I have brewer supplies. Let me fill something up with the ale, I guess.
You have a water skin you can empty.
No, I don't. Don't look in my inventory.
Don't look in my inventory.
I have a water skin, yes.
You can fill up some brewer supplies so that you'll get at least 1.5 liter of ale. Like
That
3
lasts for,
bottles.
5 seconds. Yeah, that's good. It's a win in my book, guys.
He says,
Sure.
holding up 3 bottles as you can hear ale pouring out on the ground behind him.
We just lost the the mother, but it's a win.
The mother? We never had the mother. She was lost before Wilma met her. What are you talking about? Didn't you pay attention, MacGyver? Are you okay? Do you want a drink?
It was a joke.
What are we laughing
I
at?
said it like 3 times.
That was good.
Yes.
So
I
what
guess
do you-
we're heading out to the others if there's nothing else. Just
I look at this stone table. It looks so suspicious.
As you look at the suspicious stone table, you realize that it's a table made out of stone.
Dwarf, you know a lot about stones. Look at this table. Definitely something suspicious.
Yeah, let me look at the table.
You can make an investigation check on the table.
Wow.
Yeah, 1d8.
There's definitely something here. Help.
Wow.
Definitely something here.
How's D4?
The
D4.
most useless D20.
A D4 too? Oh.
Yeah, I got D4s on investigations.
29.
That
So,
was nice now.
as you're rubbing your hands slowly over the stone table, because Sontash sort of at least convinced you that there's something wrong with this table. You can only feel that it's quite the cold type of stone, but by the rugged nature of it, even though it looks flat enough to put things on, you can probably also tell that it comes from the stone outside. So it's probably been chugged out of the mountain on the like at the back, at the very back of this place.
This is dwarven made.
It's dwarven made.
Yeah, it's dwarven made.
Wow.
And it's from the mountain outside or the stone in this area. And it may or may not be used as a ritual table. I'm not certain.
There's no signs of it, at least.
It's not dangerous as it, but it kill a person if it loses and drops on his head, and the person lies under the table and gets crushed. Do you want to know
Yeah.
something else about it?
I could. Yeah.
He says, yeah, as he's going
Yeah.
up the stairs.
That's new information. Sure. Yeah. Nice. Thanks, Oren.
I will just follow after with my hands full of beer, I guess.
Oh, and we're back outside. You can summon any kind of weapon? What?
Oh, smells like. Ugh. What are you guys doing?
Is it barbecue time?
No.
Ah. Ah.
What smells so good then?
Nah, we burnt remains.
Think human flesh burn human flesh is good smell.
I look at him.
Okay, that's awkward.
So
Well, I didn't know it was burnt remains.
anything
That
interesting
doesn't change the
inside?
fact that you think it smells good.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's sort of fucked up.
Was there like any evidence or paperwork? Or was everything like the book?
Blank pages.
Yeah, we
I
checked
checked
with
it for
magic,
invisible.
so ink. I never heard
Well,
about
I
that.
didn't see any magic on it, so I guess it's not magic.
I guess.
I didn't see anything.
No.
Only thing I
Like
saw
more-
was the rod from the chest.
What?
Yeah, they found a wand, no stuff. I mean,
Oh, cool. Does it do anything?
magical stuff, magical.
So you didn't mention the bear, huh?
What do you mean? They can see it. I have the bear in my hands. Are you blind?
That doesn't really
And what about
surprise
the
us sometimes.
cheese?
The cheese. There's no evidence of the cheese. Yeah,
Ah, did he find goat cheese again? Oh, that
Wait.
motherfucker lost that.
packed it away. Maybe we should have a drink. We can pass this beer around and shares that we killed a big demon and
Yeah,
made
it's
the world
definitely
live
not
safe.
cursed.
What do
Yeah.
you mean not cursed? Bear is bear can't be cursed.
What do you mean bear can't be cursed?
Well, I would
Anything
assume
can be
it-
cursed.
Anything?
Oh,
Anything, and then I looked really serious.
I put my hand out and like, I'll take a swig.
Yeah, I passed the water skin to I'm.
So
It's quite good. It has a bit of that
Cheese goatee aftertaste.
Oh.
what?
Don't talk to me later when you guys get cursed, okay? I'm gonna let you have the curse.
What you have removed? Curse?
Not for people willing to be cursed.
you found ale and food down there, and you eat and drink it.
Yes.
Well,
Don't look at me. I'm on your side here.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. That's all.
I was
well-
peckish.
It was, den of an evil demon, but sure.
no, but you have to remember that the demon had a human there or a dwarf, and Wilma needed to stay alive, so some food for a normal person was there, of course.
Yeah,
I understand I'm the smartest one in the group, but
I
guys,
don't-
please
I don't think
don't-
you can live on ale.
right? But
Well,
what
there
if
was some cheese
the
as
demon-
well.
put things in the food, drugs
I
or
don't think
whatever?
that's how the demon possesses people, but if it is, then we are fucked.
So she survived on cheese and ale. Is that the dwarven, diet?
Do they even know what cheese
If
is?
it took you so long to realize that, then well, yeah, now we know.
Yeah.
How do
understand
dwarves make cheese under the mountain?
You don't want to know.
What the fuck?
It's homemade.
Oh
Isn't it?
no.
No, no.
That's why all the city dwarfs look down on the mountain dwarfs.
No.
It all makes sense now.
We have different layers. There is the lower layers and the upper layers, and the village that like in the upper have animals. Normal goat cheese. We have goats.
You spilled a secret. You can't try to hide it now.
What secret?
It's too late.
We know about it.
The cheese making
Oh,
secret.
I scratched the one I said about the upper and lower levels. There is no levels.
Yeah, what's
But
what's our plan?
should we head back to the dwarven village and say that we got rid of this demon problem they had? Without knowing, to get a big fat reward.
We might get
Mm.
something for it, yeah.
I know.
Try.
But if they didn't know about the problem,
Well, they did know about the child tales, I guess.
yeah, child Tails.
They even believe us. Well,
I guess they haven't been affected unless they are missing some people. I don't know.
yeah, or they're
You
I don't
could
know,
try,
but
Somebody's
like-
gone missing.
I wasn't there, or I was there, but I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, it was
There must be
Right.
some truth to rumors.
you're totally
Often.
out of it.
I don't think
Yeah.
he believes anyway, but you could try.
I guess after that, or if you don't go, if you go back at all, we just go back to Neverwinter, I guess, or because I pressed J, is that J for journal, and like all the quests are
I'm done here.
are done. So no.
Yeah. I don't think
But
we're
I'm really
any-
glad that we managed to save Wilma.
Well, we saved her from death, but we might have fucked her up.
Well,
Yes.
that's a save in my book.
Yeah.
At least
I
now we
don't-
can do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have saved her without fucking something up. She was in a pretty weird place.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we didn't have to fight her as well. That would have been
Yeah.
pretty annoying if she. Yeah, she's
I was
quite powerful. She has good magic capabilities.
quick thinking.
I mean, she
sometimes.
tried to bite me, so I'm not sure how capable she was. But
Well, she hit me.
Oh.
yeah,
Let's see. No.
By the way,
Yeah,
did
this-
we?
It's a
How
good call.
by the
Good
way,
call.
guys, how thoroughly did we check her?
Hmm?
This is just an.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I checked her pretty well when she was down, but not afterwards. You
This
were the
is
one
just-
who went to her.
This is just a theory. Like, we killed a demon, a big demon, but what if the other demon that was... Maybe that was not the same demon, maybe there was like a lesser, smaller demon that was like a baby demon trying to possess Wilma, and when we killed the big thingy, that went dormant and it just lays there until like she get transferred to another space station, and then like the thingy shoots out of her chest or something.
What,
Wait.
to transfer to another what?
That sounds like
Sounds like
No, I'm
another
I'm just saying that she might still be possessed, or like the demon might. I don't know.
And that's why we're going back and
That
checking.
sounds very
about her.
alien.
But we should have detected magic on her, I guess, and seeing if there was some bad stuff there.
We would just go
You-
back to Neverwinter and check her out as soon as possible. Then.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she isn't cursed anymore, but
What do you mean? You cast remove curse, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that only removes one curse, right? Maybe she has had
No.
3 curses on her.
Removes all curses.
5 curses. Does it remove all curses?
Yeah.
Okay, you should cast it on yourself then.
Okay.
I think Squid ritual should be.
Is dwarvish a curse?
Yes, that is true.
Do you want to start the squid ritual?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did you say? Squid?
Octo.
You mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not smart, you know.
Is there anything else that you would like to discuss, do, or anything within those 10 minutes?
I can't.
No, not you. Literally anyone else.
Am I not
Yeah.
allowed to speak?
Nope. Shut up.
That ritual looks so fucked up when he does it. Oh well.
Yeah.
I guess.
What are you gonna do with that staff? What does it do? You know?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of.
we checked that you can summon a snake, a big snake.
Summon a fucking snake?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Do you want it?
Who?
Oh, I was tempted there to do something.
No, you. It's need to be a warlock or a cleric.
How does a staff summon a snake?
I want to see if these tree stumps have been cut recently.
Yeah, we chopped them down. Oh, the old
Oh, yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Oh.
From what you can tell just by your passive at least, they have been cut quite recently, yes.
But we saw no woodwork inside, right? That were...
You saw there are some woodwork down here. Wait, can I even go down here now? What the fuck? Hold on.
Okay, so
Alright.
there were some pieces of wood
Yeah, here.
around.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like I
yeah, for
said,
the
she
fire,
needs
I
to
guess,
be-
yeah.
Yeah.
She needs to be warm,
Okay.
like she's not a demon yet.
Well, if Sontash doesn't want the staff, I can take it, but...
Oh.
Up to him.
What?
Well, I think Sontash is the one that should have it, but Sontash doesn't want to be a druid again. She's
I can, I guess I can
understand that,
take
because-
it.
It's some past
I just
experiences.
Is it when you use the build? It doesn't require concentration or anything like that, right? It's just an action to activate.
Yes. And then it's verbally commanding. No, mentally commanding.
So it goes on his own initiative and everything, or how
It
does
should.
it work? Sorry.
Yeah.
Now you roll initiative for it.
Yes. Under your control and acts on its own initiative count. Yeah. By using a bonus action to speak the command word again, you return the stuff to normal. Blah, blah, blah.
So after he has summoned, he can just use his verbal commands.
Mental
do
commands.
Mental. So okay, cool. Well, it's quite powerful then. And if it dies, the staff breaks.
Yes.
Oh,
So don't fuck up.
But you can recall it any time by using a bonus action.
Yeah, so you can recall it at your own
On your
turn, not at any
Yeah.
time.
That was technically correct what he said. Also, because he said using a bonus action, that implies that it was on his turn.
Thank you, sir. Good,
You're
sir.
welcome, whatever. You're welcome.
Pretty sure I'm tired by shouting Octopus now.
Yeah. You can leave for Neverwinter now if that's what you want.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just going to again put you into the overview map of Neverwinter because of the simplicity of it. So over here, there, and then I can bring you in. Once again, you smack into the wooden floors, not smack into. You actually land quite nicely and neatly onto the wooden floors of the HQ of Storm Rule. Wilma and Ricardo is nowhere to be seen, but coming from the upstairs, because of probably the noise that you made when you came in, is once again Rin, who seems, even though he's supposed to be emotionless, you can see just by the weight of his brows almost that he looks quite angry. And that he has a letter in his left hand. So he comes down sort of leaning towards the railing with the right hand.
Uh-oh.
Just point
now?
at Tariel. I don't know why. but
What
I
is
just
it?
point at Tariel.
You seem angry.
You bring chaos wherever you go, it seems like.
What did you do now?
What the fuck has happened with Wilma and Ricardo? When they came back, they looked completely out of it.
Well, we found her mother. It was not the mother, it was a demon.
Yeah, we just killed a big demon with big skeletal wings.
So, but it's dispersed. You said that you killed it.
yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
split his head open and it seemed quite dead.
Is there
Okay.
a problem? What is it?
No, I just saw that Wilma seemed quite upset when she came back, and Ricardo, they said that they were going to his like a private establishment to try to find some people to check if everything was in order. He said with some people from the clock tower. So I don't know, but he probably has it under control. I guess I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's smart. She was possessed by the demon, we think.
What?
The demon tried to take her over using her mother as bait, I guess, to...
Yeah, and of
bait her.
course, by your logic, the logical thing is to bring her back to Neverwinter, if... by the assumptions of the fact that you have already brought back something else that you don't know what
Well,
is
it's a
riddle
trade-off,
with.
you know? It's a
Trade-off?
because, yeah, because we bring her back to a big city with a lot of resources, so we can handle stuff, right?
And a lot of people to kill in back alleys if she was affected with something.
That's when we step in, right? You and me, and we fix that.
Oh, okay. Fine. I'm heading out, okay? So, anyway, Oscar left you this before he left, because he left as well. Like I said, chaos wherever you go. And he slams the letter just on the table. And
We weren't even here.
What about the
leaves
baby?
for-
He just left the baby?
No, the baby is with him. He's somewhere else. Read the fucking letter.
Well,
wow.
get the fuck out there.
Your sunshine.
Thanks, man.
Ray of sunshine is not what I'm supposed to be.
No.
It feels like I'm taking care of children from time to time. And now, for some reason, we literally are.
Yeah. Dreams come true.
They
That's not
sure. And you can see that he doesn't even finish the sentence. He shakes his head, leaves for the door.
Always a pleasure talking with you.
You just have to remember is when you are standing up in such situation, it's not easy to just take a right decision. Maybe you think it's a wrong decision, but it's easy to just blame and come with what should I say it?
Captain Hindsight.
Yeah, come with input when you're not there and not in the situation.
I get that. He's standing like in the door.
Yeah.
I get that is how you feel. But until this turns out to be the right call, I'm going to stay skeptical. No.
That's healthy.
That is something. I don't have time for this. Read the letter. Bye.
Good night.
And he leaves.
That guy is my favorite person. By the way.
Well, he is quite smart, actually.
Can't you read the letter for us, MacGyver, out loud, please?
You know what's
there
going
you
to happen now.
You're so dumb. Your skills with reading is nothing. Nobody's like you.
I'm still going to share the letter, but I can do it differently this time around. I can make an exception for you if you want to. That I can read the letter without muting my microphone, so that I'll read it to chat and you at the same time without you having to open the stream. That sort of thing this time around, since Nelish also is in like a kind of a weird situation. So if you don't want to listen to me and read it on your own, just mute me on Discord.
Yeah. And the time is almost 10. Are we ending after the letter, or?
That's up to you. Completely up to you.
Okay.
But if that's the best for everyone, that's what we'll do, of course. So, I'll read. There's two letters. There is one longer one and one just short, like almost slip. That is present as well. So I'll start by reading the slip, because that is the most obvious thing to read first. And that says, letter from Oscar Woodbarrow. I didn't mean to leave you behind. Seek us out whenever you come back. We have traveled to Luskan. Before that, though, read a document found in this letter. I found it in Morrow O'Hara's nightstand before I left the mansion with the baby. What it says.
It's going down.
And then I'm going to share the document if you want to read it on your own in brev og bøker. And then I'll read it as well. Document found in nightstand in cellar car. Boom. There we go. So now I'm going to read that one, and that's going to, as you probably noticed, take a bit longer. So, a document found in nightstand in cellar car. So many years I've wandered around, hoping and waiting to find the ultimate scoop that can put us on the map to greatness. The only thing my wife and I ever have wanted was to be remembered by the world. Treasures, treasures, treasures. None of them important enough to put a mark on the map. Nothing for the world to remember me and my wife by. Even a village like Selakar isn't remembered by anyone. They literally refuse to put the village I rule on a map. How will I ever be able to remember it as a man who did great things when I can't even put my village on an official map? And then it's like quite the oprom. I can't remember what it's called in English. What did you say?
Pause.
Pause, yeah. One of my last ways of saying goodbye to the adventuring part of my life is to help someone in Waterdeep with saying goodbye to the remnants of his family. A young kid, maybe 18 or so, apparently had a grandfather who used to live in Versey Woods. Versey Woods was dying from the disease of the Blood Mother, but he refused to move from the place. This kid wants evidence about what kind of life his grandfather lived. I told him it would cost him greatly, considering the extreme journey to Versey Woods from Waterdeep. He gladly accepted, so I obliged. I'm traveling alone this time around. I'm stupid enough to think that this trip is another chance for me to find something to be remembered by. The trip to Versey Woods is more boring than what I thought. I couldn't remember it taking this long, but the map doesn't lie. I hope I never have to make this kind of trip again in my lifetime. Well, nothing to note so far, so I guess I'll stick my head down and just power through the next 30 days or so. Finally, I'm here. I'm currently sitting in an old cabin, which reeks. Nobody could have lived here for ages. But I can already tell that this is where the grandfather lived. This is the only cabin here, at the very entrance of Versey Woods itself. I'll look around. I found some of his old clothing, some hunter's tools, and the very, very rotten remains of a bear tied up in the outhouse. If you remember that from the first campaign. What in the 9 hells did he do here? The whole outskirts seems barricaded as well. Was it dealing with that much trouble from the woods? I'm keeping my scimitar close. I need to search the woods before leaving back for Waterdeep. I'm sitting at the foot of an old rotted tree at the end of Versey Woods. I don't know what happened here, but I can clearly tell that whatever it was, it's not completely over. I hear a faint voice calling to me, muffled and far away. I don't know what is happening. Is it coming from beneath the ground? I need to check. I dug and dug into the deep grounds of Versey Woods. The voice didn't come any closer. No one is buried in the ground, I think. I'll take a break for the day and head back tomorrow. I'll sleep inside that reeking cabin. Someone called me during the night, the same voice that was in the woods. It was suddenly closer. I couldn't see anyone through the piercing darkness of the night. It almost felt like it was in my head. It knew my desires, my wants to place a mark on this world. It said it could help me, if I helped it. It called me once more, reminding me of my desires. What is going on? Am I going insane? The voice doesn't sound like me, but is it me? I'll leave the woods with whatever I have found here, stating to the kid that his grandfather seemed to be a normal, stubborn huntsman. The voice keeps calling me. What is happening? I'm trying to shut off my brain while traveling, but the voice keeps creeping in. It has started to tell me its story and its wants, and keeps reminding me of what I'll get in return. Fuck! The temptation is too big. I've started listening to it. It states that it wants to come back to the material plane, that it died, but didn't at the same time. It was forced into eternal suffering in limbo, stuck between living and dying. It didn't want this. It didn't deserve this, because of their sacrifice, according to itself. It says that it's stuck somewhere between the eternal darkness and the material plane, in a pool of blood, slumbering without being able to close its eyes. It wants me to return the bloodline of the Blood Mother. It can be revived through that. It can claw its way back to the material plane and claim vengeance on the people that used its mother's blood. It said that this is the reason it can't slumber with its eyes closed and pass on to the eternal darkness. It calls itself Low, because it says it can't remember its full name. What am I to do here? It says I'll be world famous if I do this. That everyone will remember me as the one who returned a bloodline, which can cure and rid the world of disease. It says that my good nature would be able to control the blood better than the previous ones did. Is it right? I'm finally back in Waterdeep, and I have received my payment. I'm heading back to Zelakar. What do I tell my wife? The voice is still in my head, ever gnawing at my sanity. I'm telling her! I'm telling her of my plans. I hope I can get her to agree. I don't know what needs to be done yet to return this bloodline, but I'll figure it out. I always do. Randy should be easy enough to bribe, especially with my newfound coin. Study times ahead. I will properly document every step of the way so that the world knows who did this. I can make this work. Or is it we at this point? Can you see what I'm writing, Low? Respond if you can. And is written in a different font? Yes, I can.
Fucking liar.
That is the new big bad. That's really funny. Oh, fuck.
Well, one thing is quite evident now, I think.
That's a weird letter.
What is evident?
Something needs to die, I think. Because this is a fucking risk.
What makes you say that?
What does this mean? The guy was not acting. He was acting on somebody else's commands, or whatever that thing is.
It looks like he was kind of, I don't know, possessed, maybe? Or
When you guys killed him, talked to him and killed him, did he seem like normal guy to you guys, or?
yeah, he did seem of his own mind.
Until he stopped that arrow mid-air and started fighting us.
What happened to his body? Do you know what happens to his body?
We burned it.
Did you shake it?
Not after a
Did
fire.
it burn?
Burned?
Did you see it after it burned?
I mean, the guards must have seen something because they didn't suspect us. So it must have been gone. I mean...
I just want to make sure that at least we got this guy, but maybe this thingy has possessed other guys, but...
It's like Longa said that he did kind of change right when Oscar tried to shoot him. There was something that triggered. He kind of like seemed almost superhuman powers, almost.
Yeah.
So he like went on offensive with magical powers that he shouldn't have had, or...
Yeah, he seemed convincing that he was gonna die until he suddenly just grabbed the bolt from when Oscar shot him.
Yeah, he claimed that he didn't want to die, or
But Oscar said you should meet up with him in the slip, or...
He had traveled to Luskan with the baby, so he wanted you to come to Luskan whenever you were ready.
Yeah, I guess we should check in on Wilma and Ricardo.
Yeah, definitely. But they went. Did they lead the Kaido?
the tower.
Yeah, we don't have access to the tower though. What's time is it, by the way?
Midday-ish.
Ah. Hmm.
Well,
Mm.
we need to find out who this low is, I guess, and what the hell
Yeah.
happened in that wood.
But he says in the letter that he referenced the mother as its mother. Who knows the story best? I don't know anything, but I know Langa has been talking about this.
Well,
Wasn't that what you said the 7 stopped or whatever?
I think
Is
it has to be part of it because the 7 did stop blood magic, and I think something about a descendant had to die
I got an
because they
idea.
destroyed the bloodline, right?
I got
That's
an
the
idea.
story.
Didn't you say that one of the 7 is in Neverwinter, right? Now in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Maybe we can ask him about this letter. Or her? No, him? This is the
Him.
bard dude that travels around. No, or was it this? Who was it again?
The blacksmith.
Ah, the blacksmith.
Yeah. Yeah, the bard can be anywhere, as far as I know.
But yeah, we should definitely
I
ask
don't know
him.
if we will get access, of course, but that was just an idea.
The thing is, the Luskin is the complete opposite way if we're going to do that.
Yeah, of course we should head to Oscar first. I just thought maybe it would be
Yeah.
because one of the original 7s should at least have more
Probably.
information
They
regarding
should
the
know.
mother, I guess, because that's what they stopped, wasn't it? If
Yeah, I
don't...
think they stopped the bloodline, which stopped the magic, and if his mother is the blood mother, I guess he died during that, I would guess. Yeah.
Well, I think we have some dirty work to do in Luskin at least.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know
What do you
that
mean?
we have to fight Oscar then.
I don't think we have
Maybe.
to fight
Fight
him.
Oscar?
I mean,
He's become bonded.
there's no
to the
need
child.
to.
The baby? Isn't the baby safe?
Well,
The baby should
he
be safe. But
could return through the bloodline, and
Or
Yeah,
do you think this guy is possessing the baby? Or gonna possess the baby?
no, he said he could return through the bloodline in this letter that Oscar sent us, and he wouldn't
baby-
help him return the bloodline if it wasn't for any use. So I guess the baby returns the bloodline.
yeah, that's what I think too.
So we already got what he wanted? Is it too late?
I don't think it's too late, but I think we have to stop it.
Maybe he waits for the baby to grow up and then he's gonna possess it or whatever.
That, or maybe his offspring will be his reborn, or maybe is it reborn? We don't know.
But I don't understand. He says he was trapped between the material plane. Do you know about these planes, Santosh? You did some plane traveling, didn't you? The material plane is what again?
That's where we are now.
Oh, okay. And
but
he was trapped between...
I mean, this could just be some demon playing a trick on his mind. I mean, they like doing that, don't they?
Yeah, but this is worth the risk. What if it's true? What if the baby really is the key to?
Well, then should we listen to every demon spout that's been written on pages?
But isn't this referencing what happened earlier? Like,
Yeah, the most of this is written when he was still sane.
Isn't this a known story though?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know the 7 and the
No,
blood.
maybe that
Yeah, I
maybe we should try ask one, but
Well, the problem is, I think, the problem is that we are at a crossroad, kind of. Either we have to travel to Luskin, meet up with Oscar, and do what has to be done, or we have to find someone that can give us more information about what happened in those woods. Let's check out the story if it's true, but
I mean, there isn't any problems right now. We don't have to do anything. In my opinion.
Why did Oscar move the baby though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I don't know. He didn't write anything about
But
that in his
He
letter.
also found that letter in. Where did he found it again? In the
In
middle.
the nightstand.
Yeah, before he traveled with the teleport.
But
So we
if I
waited long.
don't remember wrongly, that's
I'm-
the place Wilma went when we went to the Storm of Tower. No, the Tower of Storms was Luskin. So that's
Yeah.
the other place she might have thought something with the disease would happen. So
yeah, and for all we know, maybe Oscar is hearing voices now from the baby.
Maybe Oscar. Maybe Oscar is possessed by. Maybe the baby amplifies his power. This guy or something. Maybe he can possess Oscar now or whatever. But how many days Luskin again? Do you know, Langa?
yes, 3 or 4.
Didn't Wilma say? Do you have a map? Don't we have a map?
You have a map. You can check on the map if you want
5
to.
days.
5 days?
5 days, yeah.
You're so fast with that map. Nice.
Yeah, I had to pull it out and I saw the name Luskin.
I see. Yeah, 5 days. I like that because then we have got the stone back, and almost back. I guess we can use. We have that's 7 days before we can use it again, right? 1 week cooldown.
Yes.
Yes, we travel by foot or by horse.
We can't buy any wagons
Or-
and then we're banned for life.
Yeah.
The innkeeper's gonna kill us.
They must sell horses other places. There's not only one inn that.
Can I just say that I prefer to sit in the cart? I am not very good on.
The only
Sure.
thing
You
is
get your pony.
if we rent horses and we teleport back again,
Yeah, it's exactly.
We can buy horses.
Yeah, but then
Horses-
the horse will just stay back where we leave them. I guess we can't teleport the
Put them at
horses.
a stable at
we
Luskin.
can rent a horse with delivery in Luskin. You can just rent it here and deliver it in Luskin. You pay a little bit extra.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can do it when you do car rental. You can you take it out and one airport and deliver it.
What is this car? An airport? I don't understand.
Huh. Dwarven words.
That wasn't dwarven words.
Maybe we
Probably
can,
ancient Dwarven.
Probably.
maybe we can find a caravan or whatever, a merchant
A
that
caravan.
will travel.
Prezwa
Caravan?
hello, Prezwa
Caravan?
heart, Prezwa pog.
Should be possible. I guess we should check out with Ricardo and Wilma before we leave anywhere, but they might need a bit time before they even want to talk with us.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
think we should inform Ricardo that maybe it's not a good thing to bring up this baby after all. Until we are certain.
Be not.
Yeah, but maybe go to Oscar first, regardless of my ID for Waterdeep, I guess. By the way, didn't we get sent to Waterdeep by the clock tower?
Yeah, last time, yeah.
Yeah,
Did
the
it
problem is
cost us
if we go to Waterdeep now, that's going to take a shit ton of time to get back to Luskin.
Yeah, we need to go to Luskin first, TP back from Luskin to Neverwinter, then go to Waterdeep, I guess. We need to bind our Heartstone in Waterdeep, maybe.
If it only was that easy.
we still,
is-
if we wait a week there, we can just use the stone again, though.
In Waterdeep, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it takes
Well,
14 days to travel there, so unless we get teleported, I guess.
Yeah, we should try to buy a TP from the clock tower, I guess. Or it should just say it's on very important bets, no? So...
Is Rin still here?
Rin is headed out a long time ago.
Do not pay attention on that.
He got upset.
He's so
and
emo,
walked
you never
away.
know where he is, you know? He's just,
Did you drink some of that cursed beer earlier as well? Or...
That would be irresponsible, wouldn't it, Aaron?
Ed would.
And I wink to him.
I wink. I catch the wink and I swallow it. What the fuck was that?
What?
It was an amazing gourmet experience.
But yeah, I think that traveling to Luskan, talking to Wilma, Ricardo, that is a logical step for the next session, I guess.